that intro.
We're not doing the intro, are we?
I would love to do the intro.
Bro.
I know, but I would love it. I don't have it because we didn't prepare for that.
Oh, you said you did.
No, I didn't. I don't have the audio unless it's here somewhere. But I have to find it.
No, dude. Doesn't
I know.
work.
All right.
It's better just to not have it.
Is it?
Is anyone watching?
No, not yet.
Because I don't even care.
I don't know. You don't care.
We've come such a long way.
Yeah? Have we?
From when we thought we were talking into microphones, but it was actually the computer's microphone.
I know. Remember that? We did, 4 shows like that? Oh, God. Let's check that again, just since you said that. Since you said that. All right. I always double check. Ain't nobody watching yet, so. So whatever. Doesn't matter.
It's dead.
It just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares. It doesn't matter.
I do all this for myself anyway.
I know. We're selfish. We do this 100% because it makes us feel like we're something.
No, it's not that it makes me feel like I'm something.
Hey, there's that camera. Ooh, yeah, there's that camera. Oh, wait.
Just don't. Just take your fingers off, because last time you. Boop, oh, there we are. Boop.
I know. It's faded to black right
you
now.
You janked it.
I know.
What's faded to black?
You'll see. I got it going on, man. Nobody.
That fan's kind of loud.
It is. I'm going to turn it down to low, but I need it on because it's freaking hot in here.
It's not hot in here, not even in the least. It's not even in the least.
Just shh. Now we have 4. Awesome. Very cool.
Not even in the least.
No, it's not hot in here? You don't think?
No.
Oh, I think it is. I think it is. It's hot.
All right. Well.
You want to do this thing? Are you being shy?
Is everybody ready?
Is everybody ready for this?
Tyler says best Pornhub intro ever.
Best Pornhub intro ever. I love it.
And here we go in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody.
Howdy. Hi. Hi, it's just us. Hello. Hi.
How's our peeps doing? What's going
up?
on? It's
Biatches.
right now.
Julia says, "What's up, biatches?"
Right now, it's just the two of us.
Just the two
but
of us.
I've got a hunch that's going to change.
We hear a rumor that there might be a crash.
Which is why I have my special shirt on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The hunch that I have that it's going to change is why I wore my special shirt.
Exactly.
There's your hint.
I wonder if everybody's. Oh, look. Jared says nice shirt. Julia says nice fucking shirt. I'll say it. We don't have to abbreviate on this show.
There's a reason why I have this shirt on.
There might be a reason. Oh, where'd my seat go?
Check. 1, 2. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what?
Welcome to the Unsung Screamers live show, 7 o'clock Missouri time, episode number.
It is 95.
95 on this day, July
the
28th. Be with you. Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you.
Jared says, should I come over or what? No.
So should I just come over or what?
We got something else in mind. So.
Did you just really tell him no?
No, I didn't. I told him no, but I didn't mean it. I never mean that, Jared.
I almost texted him today, like, man, you want to just swing by?
Swing by, please.
I mean, he could, but we may
end up having a full house. Hey, we've had like 7 people in here before.
No, I know, but sometimes that
it's a little congested and
mic on the end doesn't pick people up very
especially
well.
when people don't talk into it. So that's part of it. It's not a condenser. Or no, it's not a...
Julia says...
Wait, it's not a condenser.
And Julia says... And also with you.
Thank you, love. Hi, kids. How we doing today? It's Thursday, the 28th of July. One of the last hot fucking days that we're going to have here in Missouri.
So is Wally dead or not? That's what I want to know.
Did Wally actually die?
Oh, Wally.
Oh, Wally.
Wally.
Gee, Wally.
Actually, we know
gee.
that he is officially dead now.
He officially did die, but it was leaked that he died, and then like 20 minutes
But
later.
it was wild that he wasn't at first.
Yeah.
He was in bad shape, but he wasn't actually gone.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's officially gone.
Yes, that's what I heard. But of course, it's the internet, so it probably lied to me again. I don't freaking know. I don't know. Tyler Weeks says, "What is that? Have you heard the sweet, sultry insults Jared Isaacs at the beginning of his show? Yeah, guy seems like an asshole."
I haven't heard that. What did he say?
I don't know in specific, but I've
He
heard.
talks shit on us?
I've heard the insults. He always talks shit on us,
He does.
and we talk shit on him. So
And he makes it so passive and super aggressive.
passive and super aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's adorable.
I don't know why he's so mean to us. We're not mean to him at all.
No.
Anyway. Wally.
Wally,
Man.
Tony Dow.
I can't believe Wally's gone.
Did you watch Leave It to Beaver as a kid?
Every day.
You did?
Every day.
I watched it a few times. I can't say that I watched it a lot.
Every day.
Every day.
The black and whites.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved Leave It to Beaver.
Did you ever hear Ward Cleaver say, or what was his mom's name?
Oh, what are you?
Did you ever hear
June.
that?
Her name was June. Go
Cleaver?
ahead.
Did you ever hear her say, "You've been awful hard on the beaver today,"
Yes.
or something like this?
Yes.
I think it's false. I think that's been proven
I'm
false.
sure it's never been said.
Yeah.
But I know the crowd you used to hang out with thought that was so funny.
As a child,
I don't know.
I heard it as a child.
I don't know
asshole.
what era. You didn't hear that as a child.
Yes, I did.
Did not.
Yes, I did.
I'd throw the life flag on that shit. That idea didn't come around till just like 10 or 15 years ago.
Bullshit. It came around a long time ago. That show came out
Not
in the
people
60s.
making jokes about it.
Yes.
No, you're 100% wrong.
All right. Just chime in if you know anything different, because I think I'm right on this one.
Tyler says, I insult him every week as I introduce him on Audio Roast, and it's all for you guys.
Oh.
Yay!
And I want to just jump in here real quick and say that Dan actually thought that was Jared introducing himself, but it's actually Tyler Weeks doing that.
That is Tyler.
It's Tyler doing that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Because it does kind of sound like
Kind of sounds like Jared. Yeah. Because Tyler's got his voice going on. Hey, welcome to your host. I'm not making fun. I'm just making fun. What's Jared saying?
Real talk. Wally Cleaver was my first celebrity crush,
Nice.
and I always hoped he and Eddie Haskell were more than just friends. Because Eddie was hot too.
That's so good. That is so good. First celebrity crush. What? Tony Dow with those eyes, man. He has pretty eyes.
Oh, he was such a cool dude, man.
And he was the ultimate awesome big brother. I mean,
Yeah.
that was another thing that was just really cool about him. That show was actually really good. When you look back on it,
I loved it.
it was actually really a good show. I mean, it wasn't so squeaky clean. They had some issues on that show that they discussed. It was pretty cool. I liked it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it'd be pretty light
In today's world.
world.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, some of the things the Beaver got in trouble for was a little...
Stupid.
Well, not stupid, just not
Light.
current. Not current, not like the shit we get in trouble for today.
But the thing is some of the things he got in trouble for was things like lying or not telling the truth. Like there was this one episode I remember his dad sat him down, like there's a difference between not telling the truth and lying. And it was a really interesting lesson because what he did was just not tell him what happened, tell dad what happened, but he didn't tell him something else like a lie. And it
Right.
that was pretty deep. That's pretty deep.
Yeah, deep shit.
And he was like, both of them are wrong. And he's like, I understand why you
And
did
Wally
that.
was just always solid.
Wally was just number one.
He was just solid as a rock, man.
awesome. Yeah. Best big brother ever. Did he ever start anything else? Anybody? Our little Screamer Dreamer medication information line. Did he start, was he in anything else?
If he was, it probably wasn't much that we knew about.
Right. Because, I mean, I don't recall him in anything.
But what a weird world we live in now that somebody can leak that you died, but you actually didn't.
Yeah.
This was happening real time.
Yeah.
Like he actually is on his deathbed.
He was super sick.
He was, I mean, it was like, I think full blown hospice, the whole bit.
Yes.
And then someone's like, oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
And then like families coming out like, he's not gone yet.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? Like going to the lobby of the old folks home or the hospital that he was in and seeing it online going, dude, I was just with him. He's not gone yet.
Yeah. Yep.
Give us a minute.
Right. Right.
And then, I don't know, probably just a few hours later, he actually was.
Yeah,
but it's just like, golly, man.
Have some.
There's no more privacy. You know what I mean? It's just,
No.
especially for the celebrity.
But what's funny is that you're talking about privacy right now, and we just talked on Monday Morning Medication about why can't we ask people how they died? Like, it's the same thing. Like, is that private?
Yeah, what does everyone think about that?
So you're arguing
Like
for the privacy about the announcement.
when
but
somebody
yet,
says someone's died, why is it rude to ask how they died?
Even if it's like suicide or something, why is
Even
that
if
rude?
it's suicide, why is it rude to
Did they
ask
shoot
how they did it?
themselves? Did they jump in front of a train?
What was it?
We're not being cold here. We're just.
It's funny you always say jump in front of a train because you and I actually know, not personally,
no.
but we know of somebody
7 degrees away.
that we have followed on YouTube who actually did kill herself by jumping in front of a train.
Yeah.
And
Recently.
And they talked about it.
Yes.
And I was just like, well, I appreciate you saying, because now it kind of makes me think, like I watch videos of her prior to the incident and I'm like, wow,
She's awesome.
she was amazing. And part of it was kind of like, God damn, she just went out in style.
Yeah.
Fucking jump in front of a train.
Yeah, but still.
No, I mean, of course it's horrible. It's terrible, but I just don't see why knowing how someone passed away
It's so private.
Is so private or so rude to ask.
Right. Anybody chime in. Tell us why.
Yeah,
Tell us why.
throw in some, Screamer Dreamer medication information. There's also a movie that came out in 1997 based on the show, and the actress Janine Turner says a similar line.
I love Janine Turner. But there was more
Oh,
earlier.
I missed.
Here, do the earlier one.
Reliable website, AV Club, states that the closest June Cleaver got to saying the line is, "Don't you think you're being a little bit hard on the beaver?" from the second season episode Beaver's Ring.
So it was kind of said. It was kind of said. Yes.
I guess, but I just
Awesome.
don't think it's all that funny. Whatever.
It's of course.
Jared said the Michael Jackson thing was also a false announcement at first.
yeah.
But then pretty quickly.
But pretty quickly it happened. I
really did
was
happen.
on a plane, and when we landed, everybody's phones were blinging.
Christy Presser says, "Sorry I'm late. I was working that beaver."
What? Oh my God!
She was working her
was
beaver with
working
the
that-
Mary Poppins.
With the Mary Poppins. With the Mary Poppins. Working that beaver.
She was working the beaver with the Mary Poppins.
Mark LeBrock, hi, Mark. He says Eddie Haskell in real life ended up being a police officer.
Huh.
I did not know that.
And Jared's mind's running wild right now. Police officer, huh?
We got freaking almost all of YMCA group
with
going on.
with the tiny little shorts.
Yeah.
And the
Reno
club.
911. The club. The Billy Club.
what is it? The Billy Club.
He likes to call it the Jared Club. God, we're assholes. Jesus Christ.
That's not assholish.
Why does anybody watch us?
That's
I
funny.
know. I know why people watch us. Because we're assholes.
That's okay. I don't care.
But I will say we've had a crazy couple of weeks here on location shit. Last week was a bust. Sorry about the video quality on that one. We just deleted it. It was shitty. Thanks, Jared, for trying to hang in with us, but it was just shitty quality.
It was just too bad.
We just deleted the whole thing. The week before at the ball game was fun, but it was different. It was weird.
alright.
It was all right. It was on location shit. We're back in the studio, and now we have 9 guests lined up. What is that? What is it over there?
Oh man, we got some fun stuff coming up. Oh. We might be getting crashed.
Wait. We're getting crashed. We are getting crashed. There's helmets involved. There's helmets and paraphernalia.
You guys are in these seats.
You got the red ones. Choose which. Are we switching? Okay. I don't know what we're doing.
There is paraphernalia. Nobody knows about this yet except for Jared and Josh.
Ah, look at you with your
You
helmets.
guys
with your helmets and shit.
Are bikers?
We are bikers.
You're officially
not know
bikers,
this.
ladies and gentlemen. It's the Betancourts. I love your phone case. Look at that.
you.
I love that.
We are
Put it up,
bikers
the
now.
O-ring right there. Put it up in front of that. There, down a little
Down.
bit. There you
There
go.
you
go.
I love Italy.
Do it that way.
Freaking awesome. What an awesome phone case. Very cool. Hi, kids.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
How are you? You want headphones? They're down there on the hooks below you if you want to see them.
I wore my Jared shirt in
Spears
honor of you guys stopping by.
I was already dressed, so I didn't decide
We
to
call it a
change.
crash, but we might have known about it.
We might have kind of known about it. a
Am I
little.
number 2 headphone over here?
You are still you.
Okay, so
you
can
need
go up
more?
a little bit. Just check 1, 2. Are you sure that's me?
Yeah, it says no. You're one. Here.
Okay.
There you go. I'm two.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, that sounds good.
You good? How are you guys with your headphones?
We're good.
Good. I can
Louder,
hear you
quieter.
fine.
You guys are 3 and 4. Probably 3 and 4.
It's pretty loud.
Jared
If
says
you want it
all-
down?
Yeah,
Just a
I
little
actually
bit.
had it loud.
There
Okay.
you go. Is that better?
Perfect.
Better. All right. Coolio.
Yes.
Right on. So, kids, we actually have a bottle of your wine in our cooler right now.
We were going to bring some, but we didn't realize we were coming.
If interested, are you interested?
Are you interested in
Oh,
the
yeah.
glass?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Look at that. There happens to be 4 clean glasses too.
we go.
Weird.
We have-
It's almost like we knew.
Almost.
We have the cranberry, but it's got to be put in a bottle.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to try that again.
Okay, so we do. We have the cranberry, and we also have cherry.
Cherry. Oh my God.
Cherry.
Pull that mic to where it's comfortable for you. You can put
Okay.
it anywhere down. You can even wherever it's comfortable
There we
for
go.
you. There you
Okay,
go.
I'm good.
There you go. Make yourself comfortable. Pull the mic to you. So that's what
Okay.
I always say. But we like it right there, so it's
Yeah.
nice
Right
and
there.
sexy for you.
Yeah.
So
You
we
know, 'cause
actually have made by. This is Betancourt wine.
Yes.
Yep.
This
it
is
sure
Betancourt wine.
It was actually made from a kit.
Made from a kit. Mango
fruit.
dragon fruit lemonade,
Yep.
and then it's like lemonade magua at patoya.
Exactly. That's how I pronounced it. Oh, sorry.
See, I get to actually talk this time. I don't get to talk very much at the other podcast.
That's because
I know.
Jared keeps you in check.
He
That's
does.
Jared keeps
He
everybody in
thinks he
check.
keeps me in check.
He's
right.
he's very controlling over there.
Yes,
We're
he
not
is.
controlling over here.
No, we're not controlling you. And you can curse. You can say what the fuck you want.
Exactly.
There you go.
At least, hey, they don't. Well, they might. I better be careful with that because I have a whip sound effect over at the other one every time
Oh.
I get in trouble.
Yep.
Nice.
So
Very cool. Did you get me a glass too?
Yeah, I got the other two. Right
Oh, right on. I'm going to read some comments. I'm not going to say it. So, look at those fine people, Christy Pressler says. Look at those fine,
Christy.
beautiful people.
You're not going to say what?
I'm not going to say lettuce. Go to the comments.
Broccoli, go to the comments.
Jared says, "Aw, best crew ever." And Christy Pressler says, "Wish me luck. Going to do some open mic at the Blue Room tonight."
Ah, good luck, Christy.
Go, girl.
Get 'em,
Right
Christy.
on. Fuck yeah. And Kanita says, "Where are you? We are at our studio, Kanita. You've been here.
yeah,
And Julia says, "Did I post on last week's show at all? I had been drinking a bunch because I was on vacation at the lake. I think she did early.
Julia?
Yeah.
Last week?
Yeah, when we were doing
No,
the wrestling
I
thing
think she tuned in for a second.
with our
but
miserable.
it was terrible.
It was our terrible
Mark
video.
LeBronc says that same week you went to the baseball game, that Saturday, I was up there and got Adam's autograph.
No shit. That's right. He told me that. I think in a message or on Fabo, something like that. Very, very cool. Oh my God, Christy, have a great time tonight at open mic. If I'd have known ahead of time. Kanita says, "Sweet. It looks different. It is very different. Same
Yeah,
colors."
we have done some new stuff.
Kanita was our very first guest.
Very first Unsung
how
Dreamers
exciting.
guest.
She was our very first guest in 2018.
how exciting!
Episode,
was
actually
fun.
episode number 2, but because we were number 1. We were number 1.
Well, we just introduced
we
the
just,
show.
yeah, we just introduced the
Yes.
show, but she was our very first guest and she needs to get her butt back up here.
Yes, she does.
Yes,
sir.
she does. Haven't finished the Monday morning medication yet. How is the wrestling? Oh my God, Christy, do you want to talk about the wrestling for a minute, Dan? And nobody's saying it. It was midget wrestling. It was
Midget
fucking
wrestling. That's the
midget
best kind.
wrestling.
Yes.
It was so amazing.
It was life changing.
I should have had some videos queued up because it was so good.
It was life changing.
It was life changing.
When I was a kid, we used to go watch the midget wrestling and all the Kenji Shibuya and all those guys way back in the 70s.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that was good.
Back when it was real wrestling.
Well, back when it was real wrestling. Oh, Gail, that's Mama Gail. She says the wrestling was awesome. Yes, it was. Absolutely. We had it set up for us, so Dan's adjusting the camera a little bit for us. Kanita says, does anybody want a rooster? Well, you're not
real
supposed to have
rooster?
a rooster in city limits anyway, so no, I can't have a rooster. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It was downtown, right across the street from Flame. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
have ever
yeah,
been
yeah.
to Flame or not,
Like
but
319?
that
I know where it
time
is.
ago.
Yeah.
that vodka bar that's there now, and it was in that kind of
the outdoor
outdoor-ish thing they have right there on the corner,
Oh, yeah.
where the
It
walls
used-
are up,
what-
but it doesn't have a roof.
Yeah, what was the name of that place? Used to be there before.
It's been a couple
years.
and even this particular area used to be a parking lot.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
at some point they put walls up, and now it's kind of part of the.
It's an
bar.
outdoor
It's got like some
courtyard.
games and stuff in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's not midget wrestling.
It
Let's
was
do a toast.
fantastic.
Let's do a toast. This
Yes.
is to you guys.
Let's do a
Coming and
toast.
crashing and hanging out.
Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Some Betancourt wine right here.
So what you guys out riding? Where you riding? What you doing?
Well, everybody thinks that we're in our midlife crisis, but we're not. So
Just trying to live our best
Might be
life.
midlight. It's not
right.
crisis though.
Right.
yes, no, we are. We bought. They're the same thing. They're Can-Ams. His is the sports car version, which is the Riker, which is a trike, and mine is the Cadillac version, which is the actual Spider.
Oh shit!
They're out there, so you'll have
so
to
you
see
guys are separate.
I wish I
yeah.
could do
Oh,
remote
cool.
with that. I could. Oh, if I could do remote, we'd go take a walk.
Well, you know,
All right. Well,
them. Yeah, no, they're out there.
that's awesome.
But we got it. I won't go terribly into it, but he'll tell you that for the last like 3 or 4 months, I've been having kind of this awakening, if you want to call it that. And I've discovered how much I want to live life and love retirement, and I love all of this stuff. And so I've finally come to terms with I want to do what I want to do.
Right?
yeah, and it's okay.
It is okay.
And it's okay.
And I'm loving it, and I'm having such a wonderful time. And I never thought that I wanted a motorcycle, and I definitely can't do a two-wheel.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
not
yeah.
feel comfortable
I
with
got you.
two-wheel. Okay?
Yes.
But when Brian had first started looking at the trikes, and we have the ones that it's not, the two wheels are in the front.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So
Oh,
they're
okay,
not in the
okay.
back. So it's 2 wheels in the front and 1 in the back.
Which are way cooler.
We
They're
think
way
so.
cooler.
Super safe. I mean,
They
compared
are.
to
They are.
other bikes, they are.
Yeah.
And so we decided that he decided first. And so then I was like, I really like this. And we've already gone 2 big trips on it, and as into Kansas City and then down to Arkansas. But that's what we're going to do. Is what we're going to do in our retirement years. And
Nice.
so
Nice.
I'm having the time of my life.
She's
He is too.
retired.
You're still working.
I still-
Yeah.
I'm still part of the rat race.
Which
For a
I think is fantastic, because I remember talking to you, whatever it was, a year or 2 ago, and your retirement was very stressful for you.
It
You
was.
were just like, I don't know what I'm
I
gonna
know.
do, and I remember you just feeling so kind of like
I was conflicted.
overwhelmed, conflicted, even defeated almost,
Yes.
like all these things.
Absolutely.
And there was a little seed at that time that was like, this you. I wasn't gonna call you this bitch. Even I do
You
that
can
to
call me
her.
this
That's
bitch,
okay.
and
She,
everybody else
everybody
does.
else does.
This bitch has got so much fire in her
Yeah.
that I know that the retirement transition was a little
Yeah.
tough for you, but I just did have in the back of my mind that something's going to like
Yeah. And
spring out of it, and this
Yes.
is even more than I thought it was going to be.
And so
You cruising around in
I'm
your
going to
trike.
tell you, I'm going to tell you that it's not even. I think it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
And and I'm okay with you calling me bitch, because here's my story.
It's a great story.
This is a great story.
story.
She wears it like a badge.
I do. I wear it like a badge. Okay, so I'm pretty outgoing as far as what I think and tell everybody. And so I used to say very strongly to, especially my female students. So as a female director of a program, and if you're aggressive as a female, and I'm sure Tara can relate to this, because
Sure.
as a female, okay, if you're aggressive as a female and you do what you need to do and get it done and you're proud of what you're doing, you're considered a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
You're a
Yep.
bitch. Yep.
If you're a male, it's, he's just
He's so
aggressive.
strong, he's
and
such a
so
leader,
get
he's
there.
just
Yeah.
Strong leader.
And I would find myself, that, and even with, I'm not going to say names, but I will just say that when I left, they were ready for me to leave.
Right.
And
Right.
so I I would tell my kids and I would tell my females this all the time. I was like, okay, so if someone calls you a bitch because you're standing up for yourself or you're doing what you think is right, you're standing up for your program, I said, you just turn around and look up and say, and that is queen bitch to you.
Thank you very much.
That's right.
And that's what I live for. I
Yes.
am queen bitch. And I actually, my nickname for my students is Betting God, which actually came from a program. Because it came from a program. I know I have so many stories and I shouldn't tell them all. But okay, so we did the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and there's a part in it where the girl talks about the fact that she's always perfect, and so is it okay for her not to be so perfect in this one section? And so the voice of God talks to her, and so I couldn't find anybody. I wasn't sure what to do, and so guess what?
You were God.
I was God. And so the line was, so anyway, and so that show, a lot of that show is improv.
Right.
And so it ended up that the girl comes back, and so we started doing it. So at one point, her reply to me was, God, is that you? And I'd say, yes. And then she said, you sound an awful lot like my drama teacher. And I would go, I get that a lot. And from there, Betting God.
Nice.
Betting God.
I love it.
Now I actually have a shirt that has Betting God on the back
Of course.
of
course.
But,
And just to backtrack for possibly some watchers, listeners that don't know what we're talking about, you used to be a drama teacher.
Drama
tell
teacher,
us what we're talking about, because some of the people like Jared and people like that, they know who the hell you are, but some people might be like, what is she talking about?
So,
my students. What do you mean, my
for
students?
27 years, I was the theater director teacher at Glendale High School.
Okay.
And so
Here in Springfield.
Here in Springfield, I spent 1 year. I actually taught for 28 years, but for 1 year I was in Kansas City, and then Springfield, who I'd already interviewed with, but didn't like where I thought they were going to put me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay, now I'm going to go to Kansas City. Well, they ended up calling me back and saying, what is it going to take to get you back here? And they gave me this ridiculous amount of things. And so I said, okay, I'll come back.
Nice.
Right.
And then I stayed there. So 27 years, same program. Finally said, I don't know that I ran out of my creative juices, but I did. And I kind of went through this period of time, which is funny because I'm not kidding. The last 3 months have been a very eye-opening thing for me. I really kind of reached a wall where I was like, because I not only did theater, but I am a musician. I really am.
Yeah.
I'm a piano player at trade, opera. I have done opera, and I just didn't want to do any of it. I just hit a wall and said, I'm done.
Well, and instead of burnout, I've heard some people describe things like this as just shelf life.
Yeah.
There's some things that just
Shelf
have a
life
shelf
is good.
life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't throw any shade on your passion for your 27-year career there. It's just saying, that was the shelf life.
I'm going to do something
Now
different
I
now.
want to do something different,
And I found myself, and this was not your fault, so sorry. But
Normally it is.
he's still
normally
just
it is.
he's still just sitting there like, oh.
There was one point where I just was kind of being cheap, and I'm a control freak. Don't say anything, Jared, because he's going to have something to say about me being a control freak. Anyway.
Well, that's why he put you in that position.
Exactly.
But, okay, go ahead.
So anyway, there was at one point where I was like, okay, I'm just going to do both directing and music directing for the show and play for the show.
Right.
And so that got us stressful enough that this one finally said, if you don't stop doing both, I'm going to divorce you. So I had to find somebody to do it and give up that control. But I will tell you that along with that, not only did I do that, but I stopped playing. I actually had stopped playing, and I felt it this last, so about 3 months ago, that too happened after I kind of have met with some people, and I started playing again, and I am finding now that how much I missed not, getting to play my piano. And we're renovating our sunroom, so I can't play it as much as I want.
Right.
But I just found myself, I'm looking already, and I can see I knew he would have something to say about it. And Anyway, but now I'm so excited.
Good.
now. And I was so excited to be able to come tonight because I was like, oh wow, I get to do this tonight. So,
Yay.
and I get to talk,
Yay.
Jared.
Yeah. We'll let you talk. Nah, I'm just kidding. So I want to go back a little
Even
bit.
if Jared lets you talk, he turns your volume way.
Exactly.
Oh, that's right. It's his mic. His mic is louder than
His
everybody
mic is
else's.
always louder
Exactly.
than
That's
everybody
just the way it
else's.
is. It's just the way it is. I'm
Hey.
adjusting the mics as we speak because I
okay.
was giving her some more.
She needs Krispies.
She needs Krispies and some. She
Yeah.
needs some balls too. So I gave her some balls and some Krispies.
There we go.
I don't give a shit what the technical terms are. I gave
I
you
like
some balls and some Krispies.
I like it.
I want to go over here. Julia said a minute ago, do what you want to do. Don't listen to the idiots who say you can't do something because of your age, gender, or anything. Be you. I'll be singing rock and roll from my deathbed and watching cartoons forever.
And we will see her
And
on the
we will
13th.
see
We're
her
coming,
on the
Julia.
That's right.
We're gonna be
right.
there.
The Bender Show.
We will be there.
The Bender Show.
Just
So Jared,
deciding whether we want to ride the bikes or not.
oh, that'd
Yeah.
be fun,
Yeah.
right? You have to see the weather.
Yeah.
You don't want to ride in the rain.
Is that the show that's in Branson?
Yes.
Yes.
Waxy O'Shea's.
Waxy's.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
like
yeah.
their home. Their
Yeah.
home in Branson.
Yeah. Waxy O'Shea's. Yeah.
Jared does say, you are a control freak and I love you and accept you for it. I consider it a strength of yours, but a flaw. But a flaw. I was going to say not. I was going to add not, but a flaw. Oh. A strength of yours, but a flaw.
That's the pot calling the kettle black
What?
right there.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
That's nutty.
I will get even.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. You've got some control over there.
I do.
Julia says, come up to Casey and play my 160-year-old piano.
Yes, I will. I'd love to.
And
Actually.
then she says also hashtag Broadway justice for Lisa.
Yes.
And look at Jared comes in here says, but not a flaw.
Oh,
Mr. Happy Typo guy.
his fat thumbs got
He's like, for
got the
fuck's
best
sake.
of him again.
Damn Siri bullshit. Check your messages before you hit send. That's all I'm gonna
So
say
funny
about
how
that.
consistent he is at that.
I know. He's very consistent. I like it. It's a good consistency right there. That's good. This is good.
It
I
is
like
good.
this. It
Yes.
has the word mango in it, but I'm not inundated with the mango
Is it-
flavor.
And we actually bought actual dragon fruit, so we're gonna actually make our own
Oh shit.
version
Oh, instead of the kit.
of dragon
Yeah,
fruit.
we got a couple of kits, but we also have some mango. No, not mango. We have in the freezer. We have some dragon fruit, peaches, and I think strawberry again, possibly.
Delicious.
And then lemon.
Yeah.
And then we do have 2 other kits also, just because we wanted. The kits are kind of fun to make.
Sure.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
talk about that. So, because I've talked about me, so now it's your turn.
Yeah.
What?
Brian, the husband.
Brian, the husband.
The silent one.
You're not
true.
silent though.
No,
you're
I'm
not.
not.
You're
No,
not
he's not.
silent.
I'm not. I'm quiet until I feel comfortable. And then
You guys have a good
mix.
mix. I like your mix.
No, we're doing. We've got probably 6 batches. We're going to start. We're going to do 2 batches of peach because one of my friends has a brand new still, and we're going to try to make some peach brandy with some of it.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so that'll
Now
be-
you're getting naughty.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot wait for that to happen.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And then we're going to try for maybe some blackberry also, and make some blackberry brandy. Now that making alcohol has turned out to be quite fun. It's a blast. We started doing that in 18, I think it was.
Something like that.
19. So we went to a family reunion with some friends. That was their family reunion. My buddy Bill and Jerry, they consider us family, and so they had us go, and the son-in-law made lemon wine, and they call it skeeter pea. And so anyway, he said it's easy to do. So I looked it up and I said, let's just try it and see what happens. And we've been doing it ever since. Nobody's ever complained. Everybody's been kind with their words of everything we've ever made. So
Yeah.
we just kept on going, and we're going to keep on going, except for beginning of this year. Work has been so crazy with the real job. I haven't had time to do anything. We finally, the last month and a half, got to where we could get the sunroom back together so we can turn it into a music room / sunroom. And hopefully this weekend or next weekend, we're going to start bottling some more wine and
cool.
get some more batches going
Nice.
for the fall.
Now, as far as the brandy's concerned, does that take like way longer? Like, could that be a year out type of thing?
Not necessarily. Once you've turned it into wine, then basically then you put it in a still and reduce it to get your alcohol content up, and so it could be a relatively quick process. But if you want it to age, then you let it sit longer. And I'm probably going to let it age for a little while.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably going to try to let it age for a year, and I'm going to soak some oak chips in there. And there's different types of oak chips. There's the French oak chips and American oak chips, and I'm probably going to use some French ones on the first one just to try it and see what it's like.
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's so many variants that you can do with wine and different kinds of fruits.
Yeah.
One of the things I noticed going to the store when I was trying to come up with some ideas for some new wine is most every one of them's got the majority of it's grapes, and they put a little flavoring in there to call it peach or whatever.
Right.
Or everything we make is, unless it's a kit, it's peaches
It's actual fruit.
it's apple.
Yes.
And the apples and the peaches come from Murphy's. Most of the fruit, except for lemons, comes from Missouri.
The raspberries were real.
Yeah, the raspberries are real.
Yeah,
And we try to do try to do stuff that grows in the state as much as possible. But
Nice.
when we can't, we use other fruit. And it's just everything, like I said, we made is always made with the fruit. There's not a whole bunch. There's no grape put in it or anything else.
Yeah.
But one of these days, I'm actually going to make some grape wine just because I've never made grape wine.
Actual grape wine.
Yeah.
Actual
Yeah.
grape wine. So I've asked you this before privately, but since we're on the air, do you have any plans of like selling it? Like right now, it's a labor of love, and you just keep giving it to all of us. Or do you have to get a license for that?
We do have to get a license. One of the things I've been looking into is getting a license for it so we can sell it. And I'd like to also be able to sell the brandy too. I don't want to get into whiskey and all that other stuff. I mean, I might make a small batch just for myself and friends, but for the most part, we want to just make it into the brandy and the wine we'd like to sell. Though that is our in-game plan. Hopefully, we'll get that figured out between the end of the year.
That'll just be a matter of figuring out.
Because there are a few of your delicious flavors that you're still working on.
Yes.
There's some that you're not happy with right now.
Well, this is the exact plan, just to be kind of doing what you're doing and sharing it with friends, and then we
Taste
yap
it,
about it.
tell
and
us what's
people yap
good
about
or
it,
bad
and
or
then
whatever.
once the gavel hits, it's like, all right, we got a little thingy going.
Yeah.
Yep.
I find it funny. It's like getting into that kind of stuff, meaning like a couple years ago, I came this close. I mean, this close to like going all in on starting to learn how to make cheese.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like real shit.
Yeah.
Like shit that's got to sit for years at a time. And I like was watching these YouTube videos, and it's all kinds of crazy chemicals actually when you get into the cool stuff like brie and cheddar and all that. And I didn't end up doing it because, life took over. But it's so fun, like that thing like that can be so fascinating with just all the details. And
Actually, that's kind of one of the things that we would love to do. We just don't know how to make it work yet.
right.
And actually is a fermentation business because you ferment wine, you ferment cheese, you ferment meats,
Yeah.
breads,
Yeah.
and we're trying to figure out how to make that work. We have a name for the business, so we have some plans. Just don't know how to make it work
Right,
this
right,
minute. Don't know if there'd be a demand for it. Selling
Like to where you would ferment for someone else?
both.
Both?
So that and then sell all the supplies to do it for people that want to do it themselves.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I have made some cheese. I have not done long-term cheese yet.
Right.
Just mainly some mozzarellas and some farmer cheese, but it's something I want to do. It's a lot of fun because you take a bunch of raw ingredients, and then it looks disgusting for a while.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yes.
then when it's done, it's like, this is what the end product, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Out of all that looks good, and now it tastes good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like a year. Some of them are like a year before you even open it.
Right.
And
And it's-
before you even test it.
It's a great test in patience, unlike today where, everybody wants to do this really quick.
Yes.
And now you can sit there and you have to wait, and you have to be patient, and you have to go through
Let
the
it
process.
go.
Yeah, which kind of gives a person a little bit of balance, like
Yeah.
kind of
Yes.
like rock polishing.
Kind of like rock polish.
I did that for my daughters when they were young, just because the computers were just starting when they were getting older, and I got rocks and they started polishing rocks, and
Oh my gosh.
as a way of teaching them a little bit of patience.
Wow.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That's such a great point, because I think that's a much better way of saying what I was trying to say a minute ago. Like getting into a process like making cheese is just so, and wine, of course, is so different than just that instant gratification shit.
Yes.
It's like you might have one day where you're boiling all your stuff together, and then when you commit, you're a year before you're going to see that again.
Yep.
And
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
well, what am I going to do next? I actually also enjoy that kind of hobby or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it,
Yeah.
something that's not just so instant all the time. I'm not a gamer. Like I'm not a video gamer at all. As far as hobbies are concerned, I like stuff that's kind of like, it needs to.
Well, and we kind of figured like if we did something like that, with me being a teacher, that I could help have classes like, okay, so we could sell equipment for you to use and sell
Oh,
the
yeah.
product
Maybe.
to eat,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
have classes for this is how you start it and this is how you do it. So yeah, it kind of there's a lot there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it would be sort of a similar model to the dispensaries that we are seeing now. I mean,
Yeah.
totally different, but
Right.
if you want to ferment,
Yeah.
this is where you go.
Right,
no matter what
exactly.
it is.
And then maybe a couple, once a quarter, have like a big old party with some cheese, different fermented stuff
Yes,
to kind of
yes,
show
yes.
everybody, what you can do and the options that are out there.
Yeah. And if customers brought some of their stuff, and
Yes.
that would be
Exactly.
actually fun.
Yeah.
It'd be more of a community kind
Which
of business to be
they
fun.
actually do, which we discovered. Okay, so is it called the Home Brewery?
Home brewery, yep.
Okay, it's right in it's next to
Lambert's.
Lambert's.
Okay.
And they like once a month have this thing where everybody
Is it once a month? Or
it's once a month
Okay.
and they meet and they bring their stuff that they've actually made so you can sample it.
Cool.
And you can sample the home brews, the different home brews there.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff's very good too.
That sounds fun.
My mom tried to make cheese years ago when I was a little kid. We had a milk cow. Her name was Candy. And she was a Jersey cow, so she had lots and lots of cream.
Yeah.
And her and our neighbor Patsy decided to try to make some cheese one time, and I don't recall what kind of cheese it was supposed to be, but
Didn't work out.
at the end of the day, when they revealed the cheese,
It was just a blobby mess.
it was okay. So you have literally cheesecloth.
Right.
And when they took the knot out of the cheesecloth and they opened it up, it was just a bunch of. It almost looked like those little styrofoam
Yeah.
beads
Oh,
that you see,
Yeah.
and it was just like okay, and everybody was like,
We're not touching that.
Yeah.
"Oh,
Exactly.
we ate it, we
Yeah.
tried it."
Oh boy.
And it literally tasted like nothing. It tasted like nothing. Like there was no flavor, good or bad.
Right.
There was nothing to it.
Cheese is wild.
It was
'cause
just
it's-
some white
it's
beads.
got a lot of
And we were just.
chemicals in
all
it
right.
that are just
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to be cottage cheese. I don't remember what it was supposed to be, but
No, we use
terrible.
cheesecloth when we use real fruit. We use cheesecloth for the real fruit.
yeah. We've got
Yeah.
some bags that we put it all in, and that's where we let it sit in. So that way it cleans up easier. That
oh
way.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So Mike McWhorter's here. Hi, Mike. He says, "Are we discussing the sauce tonight?" I don't know. There's a bottle sitting over there. I don't know what that is.
Oh, we brought that for you.
Oh, we got some sauce.
Oh, it's
Bloody
No,
Mary
it's not
mix to
sauce.
go with
Bloody,
your
Bloody
mix.
Mary mix
gin
is really,
mix,
really good.
Maybe.
Oh, that would be good. A Bloody Mary with
shit.
gin. I think all our gin's
our
gone.
gin is gone, and so is
Oh,
our
they're for
vodka.
decoration then.
Yeah, those are decorations.
They're- we kind
They're
of like
fearless.
our. Where is it? Can I point at it? Right there.
There it is. Yeah.
Right,
right
there is our Ozark Mountain Daredevil gins.
Yeah.
We like them. There might be a swig in that one bottle.
All right, but
Or
no,
not.
that sounds good.
And
though.
you should, and you try, and I know that I don't like, I do not do Bloody Marys, but the sauce, that with spicy pickle
Ooh.
Yeah.
and gin he says makes it incredible.
That sounds
I'm
delicious.
picky on Bloody Marys. Sometimes I just don't. I'll take a drink and go, "Yep, I'm done." But
Nice.
a new friend of ours, Scott, we had some at his house, and he had the spicy pickle and put a quarter teaspoon of some Worcestershire sauce, or
Okay.
however you want to say that. Put
Yeah,
that in
right.
there, mix it up. Oh, that's the
damn
bomb.
good.
Wow.
Oh, that's the
What do you
bomb,
mean by
yeah.
spicy pickle? Literally a spicy pickle?
No, there's
No.
Or is
spicy.
there a-
There's
They
spicy
make-
pickle juice. Maybe a spicy pickle gin. I think is maybe.
Oh,
what
it's an
called.
actual.
okay.
It's an
Okay.
alcohol.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think it is. I should look
Is it
that
a
up.
vodka
Yeah,
or
you
a
can look it up.
gin? Or, oh hell yeah!
But it is.
We should have some
amazing.
runners out there tonight, getting us some of these
Exactly.
tasty treats.
Yeah.
Just saying, Jared, Joshua. If anybody was willing to do any of that, we would reimburse you.
Yeah, Jared doesn't do anything anymore.
No, he doesn't do anything at all. He's way too farkin' busy.
Yelling at me.
Right.
No, he doesn't yell at me. They don't yell at me. I love my
He
boys.
doesn't yell.
He doesn't yell.
I love my boys.
Julia Dracob, while you're looking that up, Julia Dracob says, "Hey, Dan and Tara. So when You were talking smack in Monday Morning Medication about how you're the best couple ever.
Oh, we're getting another challenge.
What do those awesome Betancourts have to say about that? Trying to stir the pot over here. We have gotten messages on
We've
that.
actually gotten challenged on
We've
it.
gotten messages on the best.
Have you guys
listened
got to listen
this
to Monday
past-
Morning?
Not yet.
No.
Okay.
So if you're talking dysfunction, we'll give you some competition.
No,
No,
we
we're talking
claimed
about we're the best couple.
we are we
got
are
shit
now,
down.
Since Monday morning, we are now self-proclaimed the best couple on
ever,
planet Earth.
ever.
Uh-huh.
That's how we said it. The
And
best couple on planet
best
Earth.
couple on planet
We
Earth,
have-
and we are asking for challenges.
Yes.
We
'Cause
have
I
not.
think we want to put together like some couple competitions
Okay.
to
Oh,
see
yeah.
who
We're
can
down.
rise.
We're down.
We're down with that.
We're down.
Yeah, we're down
You know,
with that.
the newlywed game. Wait, the newlywed game can suck it. We're talking
Exactly,
like
right.
newlywed is fine. That's
Let's
cute.
do some
Right.
seasoned
But let's
wed.
get some seasoned shit going
Some
on.
seasoned
here.
wed
Seasoned
We will,
wed?
seriously.
instead of newlywed.
Seasoned
Yeah,
wed.
'cause
Seasoned
we're-
wed.
It's 19 for us.
Nice. You know, it's 4 married for us, but it's 11 knowing each
Yeah.
other.
And I'm telling you, I don't give a shit if it's 4 years. I will go against anybody.
We'll do
we
it.
have
we
not.
are the best couple on planet
are the
Earth.
best couple.
We have not heard Mondays because Monday was a little stressful.
Yeah. We've had a stressful week too.
For
We've had a very
us.
stressful week. Yes,
We
I
had
get it.
to cross the Rainbow Bridge.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We had to cross the Rainbow Bridge, and
Oh.
on top of that, it's not COVID, but there is now. No, we don't have it anymore. There's now a stomach bug that everybody's getting, and we got it.
Awesome.
It was
boy.
fun.
Not monkeypox, right?
No, it wasn't monkeypox.
Monkey,
wasn't
you know,
monkeypox.
monkeypox. The K is silent.
Is it?
Moneypox.
It's moneypox. Gotcha.
Yeah, moneypox.
I love
But no,
that.
no,
I've seen that.
we think we're a pretty good couple.
Julia says you're
I
welcome.
think you are too, and I think Julia is too. I think she would
says
join the
you are-
competition.
Yes, Steven and Jess.
Listen. She says you are the welcome to be the best couple on earth. Stephen and I will claim the title of best couple in the universe.
Ooh, boy.
Top it.
Slapping it down. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Fired.
We're gonna have to put some kind of competition
Okay,
together
I
know.
think we should.
ourselves.
couple's
Okay, so we
competition.
can list off several people who could do it. Gene and Susan Whedon,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
right there.
Right there.
But Susan, I can't get her to be on. She won't be on a show.
Well-
I have to drag her.
Well,
Then
see,
she's not the
that-
best couple in the
that-
then
world.
she's
There you
not.
go.
There
She
we
gets
go.
some
She won't
demerits.
be on the show.
She
There
gets
you
some
go.
demerits.
Then
Okay,
she's
so
got a
no.
demerit.
We talked about on Monday morning, when you guys go back and listen to it,
We
you'll
will.
hear it, about actually having like some kind of a sort of quasi like obstacle course where the obstacle course is all domestic shit. So there needs to be food cooked. There needs to be a yard mowed. There needs to be like oil changed.
Trash
there needs
taken
to be
out.
dishes done, trash taken out, and laundry. And grocery shopping, like whatever else it is, and then it's literally like 1, 2, 3, go, and couples run into this like who's gonna cook and who's gonna do the laundry.
I love it.
we got this shit down.
We got
yeah.
this.
I can fucking cook.
We have this.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we've got
Yeah,
this.
this-
I'll
I
take
think
out some
we-
trash.
This is turning into something.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
we
need
are.
to do this shit.
Let's do it.
We need
Let's
to
do
We
it.
do this. We
Okay.
have a parking lot thing.
There we go. Let's do this. We're up. We're up.
Yeah.
All right.
By
What'd you
the
find
way,
out?
But
Yes.
I also,
Okay.
well, go ahead. You find that first, and then I'll tell you what I want to do.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay, so I kind of briefly mentioned this on a comment sometime, but I'm like serious about it. What I would like to do is that I would like to do a show, Jesus Christ Superstar
Yes.
or Godspell,
Yes.
or what was the other one I said? There was a third one. Oh, Rock of Ages. Rock of Ages. Julia said that.
All right.
Right?
And I want our local musicians, I'll direct it,
And
and
do
our
it.
local musicians are going to do it.
Yeah.
That's
There's
what
some
I
of us
want
who've already
to.
All
done
in.
some of that. So
All in.
yeah. Fine.
I
Yeah, and
want
we'll
to
just
do
do
that.
it on our own. We'll just do it
Yes,
on, we
right.
don't necessarily.
Do it on our own. We
Some
would just have-
sponsorship would be nice,
find a
but
venue.
we'll
we
just
would
do
need
it.
we would need somebody to pay the royalties,
Right.
which I could arrange to get
Yes.
the royalties
Yes.
to do, and then we would put together like a month rehearsal schedule because it would. I think it would take that because we're all busy, and then we have a concert version
Yes.
of the full show.
Oh
Dude.
hell yeah.
and do it with the local musicians. I want to direct it. I mean, just
Dude,
because
yes,
that's what I've done.
It's
That'd be
your
delicious.
baby. It's your baby.
And so
your
I want
idea.
to do that. And if we can figure out a way to get everybody to get on board and do that,
Put it on the
would be-
list. Goddamn, we just started a reality show for couples competitions, and now we're getting ready to do a production of Godspell.
That's right.
do
Oh,
it.
I would do Godspell. I'm so sad because it was going to be my very last show.
Right.
I wanted it to be, and then COVID.
And COVID.
And
Right.
what the beauty about Godspell, okay, this is my chance to do this, Jared. To finally talk about Broadway. Oh my God, it's amazing. Suck it, Jared.
Hey, everything's freedom over here. You have freedom over here.
So anyway, the beauty about Godspell is this. Okay, so Godspell was actually written by a Jewish composer, which is why there is no written version of the resurrection in it. But he was very smart, Stephen Schwartz. And he was very smart, and he was like, okay, well, if I want this to last, I'm going to have to make it to where anybody can do this. And the other thing that he did that was really smart was that he said, you should choose the creative style in which you produce it. So in other words, you can do it like we wrote it, which was late 60s, early 70s. And
That's
it was
the setting of
and that was the hippies.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
They did the
Right,
hippies,
right.
and he was
kind of like Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes, and so he was Superman and all this stuff. But people started doing it down the line. I have directed Godspell 4 times. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the first time I did it, we did it as the original. Second time I did it, I'm going to be honest with you, I cannot remember what we did the second time. The third time we did it, it was a jailbreak, and Jesus was part of the prisoners, and so he was trying to talk to them about how to improve their life.
All right.
And then the fourth time that we did it, I did it for my school, and Jesus was a drama teacher, and they're betting God again. And anyway, I know. So
Betting God.
exactly.
Betting God.
But he
Hashtag
comes
betting
in.
God.
He comes in and he is teaching these kids, and he's teaching these kids about life. And so I want to tell what I ended up doing with my kids, because with my kids, they weren't getting the concept of the show. And so I sat down with them. I said, okay, so we're going to talk about this. So I said, okay, you get a brand new teacher. He's your new drama teacher, and he comes in, and you discover very quickly that you really like him. And the way he teaches is he teaches through games. And so he teaches with you with these stories, and you learn these new games. And so each little parable we would do on stage was a game, was a theater game.
I got you.
How would we do it?
Right.
And so then we talked about it. So then we did all of that for first act, and the second act comes back, and he realizes that things are not good, and the administration want him gone. And so he tries to get serious with them and says, I really need to teach you guys something. And so he tries to get serious, and the kids reject it and say, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And he gets really mad at them, saying, I need you guys to listen. So he says, we're going to do one more game, and then you need to take this serious. And so anyway, they do one more game. And so then when he gets back, he says, now this is serious. You guys need to know. So I said, he gets to it, and he gets towards the end. And he says, I'm leaving you. I'm going to be leaving you. And so I looked at them. The kids are kind of starting to get it. And I said, but here's the difference. We're in Russia. And he's teaching against what they're talking about.
Right.
They're not going to get rid of him. They're going to get rid of him.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
going to kill him. And he knows this. And then my kids got it.
It's like, oh,
That's awesome.
I get it.
So anyway, that's the beauty of Godspell. So what my last Godspell was going to be, and I'm sharing this because I don't get to do it unless I get to do it someplace. I wanted to do it as a political campaign.
Right.
Jesus gets assassinated.
Ooh.
But that's what I wanted to do.
Which he kind of did.
Kind of.
Kind of. But
Yeah,
anyway,
in modern day politics.
yes,
Oh, I
in
got you.
modern day politics, how you
Yeah.
would get canceled.
Let's
Of course you would.
We'll just start.
Absolutely.
We got to start getting it going. Figure out
get
who
it.
wants
but
to do it.
I would
and-
love to.
How much is the royalties going to cost roughly?
If
I don't know what kind of shit
okay,
that
so
costs.
royalties. So like if you do, it depends on how many shows you do and what your
it's per
venue
show?
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So
what your capacity
what your
of the venue
capacity
is.
is and what the situation is. And so like if we were to do it, I would be showing it as a fundraiser,
Right.
whatever we chose to do it, and that people would be donating, and that anything over the amount that we got from donations and sponsorships and all that stuff would be verified to go for a fundraiser. And we
Okay.
would do it as a fundraiser because that makes a difference, because then you show that this is an amateur production and that you are not doing this for profit.
Right.
And so that makes a big difference. And then depending on how many shows you do. So if you just did one show, it wouldn't be that much, but it would be around $1,500 just for
Okay.
royalties.
Okay.
Just for royalties. And then, whatever else that you have that would put into it. But I can't say that for sure until I would contact.
Sure,
and I
sure.
don't want to contact them, because once you fill that out, it's a contract.
Right.
And you're set to go.
But that's not necessarily $1,500 per show.
No.
That's,
It's $1,500 just right off the bat.
Right.
You
And
can't-
then
you cannot
per
do it till
show
you
is
secure
just
it.
a few $100 or something.
No, it's the royalty is based off how many shows you say you're going to do. So in other words, they're going to say, okay, so we're going to charge you. I think it's like $300. They're going to say $300 a show.
Okay.
So if you say I'm going to do 4 shows, it's $300 per show.
Plus the $1,500.
No, that's part of it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So when
okay.
I would do like
Oh, okay,
5
okay.
shows, so I would do
Right.
5
So
shows.
you can spread it out,
Right.
and it'll be a little
But
different
then,
rate.
on
Okay.
top of that, then you have to rent the music.
Oh my.
You do have to rent the
to
music,
rent
and you are required to rent the music, because that's also because they are getting. They're going to pay the book lyricist. They're going to pay the music person. They're going to pay them. And so
I
you're gonna
got
do
you.
it.
Which I get that.
So there'll be some money involved.
There would be
but-
money involved,
we'll
but
figure
if
that
you
out.
got sponsors,
Yeah.
Right.
you could do
Which
it.
we would.
And I would tell you that one of the best venues. I don't know that you would want a venue where you could put quite a few people.
Right.
Okay, I don't know where we would do it, but you would want a venue where you could do that. And
And then that costs money.
yeah,
Like if
you'd-
we had it at the Gloys, I don't know what their nightly fees
No.
are. Probably pretty high.
high.
Probably.
and you'd
Yeah.
need a bit of a backstage for costuming and
Right, unless you choose to do it now, like Godspell. There's only one real costume change, and that's depending on what you decide to do about the resurrection, which
Right.
I would do, and I know how to do it. I'm also known as the master of death scenes. So
Nice.
I am. I'm really good at death scenes, but Godspell is not really a costume change. It's just you have a specific costume. This is what you wear. Also, if you do things, which is what I would suggest that you do, is instead of you have some acting involved, but you do it what they call concert style, which is everybody has a basically a binder.
sure.
And then you do it, you're at a microphone like we are right now, and you stand, and then you do limited movements.
Yeah.
And limited things. And that's how I would suggest that we do it, because we would be working with people that would want to do it,
Right.
But may not also have theater experience
Right.
and full on acting and yeah.
Right. So, but I'm pretty cocky. I can teach a lot of people to do a
Yeah.
lot of
No, I
things.
mean, we can cross all those bridges when we get there. It's just a matter of getting it launched.
But
and
I
just
would
being
really,
"Fuck it,
really
let's
like to do
it."
that, because we have so many incredible people, and I would really. It's what I've been trying to push. That's why I push that. It's. I laugh because I love Julia so much about doing Broadway justice releases. I love that. But it is so incredible what you can do with musicians and have those shows, because I really want people to understand. One of the best things I did is that I went to Opera Rocks, which was this past, when was that? Past
April.
Yeah.
April.
Sean Spires and
Yeah,
all them.
Sean Spires. And one of the things that they said, which is what I am so passionate about, if you haven't figured this out, is that one of the things that my mentor taught me, my late mentor taught me, and I loved her so much, and the reason why I had to learn opera and made me, because I hated it. That's why I don't sing it. She made me learn it, because she said, you're going to learn it. You're going to learn how to do it. And Sean said this, and his brother Michael said this on stage that night at Opera Rocks, was he said, we want you guys to know that it doesn't matter what level you're at. Anybody that learns music can do this. Once you get the techniques down, you can do anything. And we want you to know that opera people are not these weird uppity,
Right.
out there people, that they are people that can do rock and roll. They're people that can
Yeah.
have fun. They're people who can go on stage and do all that. And that's what I want so much to push with everybody, is that, I mean, I've talked to you about this, that I get intimidated by some of the singers out there right now, and I shouldn't, but I do. But I want to be able to show people you can do some of these Broadway pieces and do them as rock and rollers, and it can be life-changing.
Certainly.
Hell yeah.
And I will tell you, I have yet to do a production, and I'm not pushing Godspell. Maybe I am, but I'm not, because I'm willing to open to anything. I have yet to do a production of Godspell that people weren't touched by. Because there's something about that music, and there's something about what you're getting up and telling. And I would do no different if I were directing it with my next group of people, is to say, okay, we're going to talk about this story.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about how you relate it to what we're doing. And I want to stress that Godspell is not a religious piece.
Yeah.
Right.
It happens to be, but if you stop and realize it, it's a piece of literature
Yes.
Yeah.
that is being produced.
Yeah. Right.
And yes, it is life-changing. And yes, it has a good message. And yes, it has some great things. But it's important to do because you can learn so much from it.
Yeah.
I agree.
And one of the things that's given her the ideas, believe it or not, is going to the local bars and listening to the bands and some of the voices that are out there and the talent that we have in Springfield. She was just like, holy crap, could you imagine if this person sang this part, this person? I mean, her
Put them
mind's
all together.
Right?
Yeah.
And I can see them.
She could see it all in her head. And she said,
I
yep,
can.
this person can do this person can do this.
Yeah.
And that's just the way her brain works.
And I'm also seeing a lot more of that when I do karaoke over at Marty's, because there are some people that I know who are musicians in this town who do their thing in their bands, but they don't sing those songs when they come to karaoke. And I'm like, I've never heard you sound
They
like
purposely
this.
want to sing
Right.
stuff they
You
don't
know?
normally sing.
And I'll use Amanda Ray for an example. She did this song that just blew me away, and it's nothing she does in Wicked Shimmy. And that's just an example. Paul did the same thing. Paul Tomlinson,
Right.
Brian Pitts. They all come out and do these songs that they don't do normally in their bands because they know that their band's crowd
Need to
expects
do a
this certain
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
But when I hear it at karaoke, I'm like, oh, you have a totally different voice going on right now.
Right.
Well, I just
It is
sang at karaoke
fantastic.
last weekend, and Kristen Dennar.
This was great.
I got
This
up
was
and
great.
sang. I sang Enrique Iglesias.
Yes.
I do Hero. That's my
That's
go-to.
his thing. That's
There
his
you go.
go-to
song.
karaoke.
So I get done, and I'm going back over and hanging out with Kristen Dennar, and she goes, "I hope you don't take offense to this, but the only thing I know of you is like Machine Gun Symphony, and." After tonight, I'm like, oh, you can really sing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was
Oh
like,
my
I guess I don't
gosh.
take offense to that.
No, of course not. 'Cause that's what you did in Machine Gun, was just sing this shit out.
I just did a lot of screaming, but I actually, when you're doing Hero, it's kind of actually got voice
Oh, yeah.
and stuff. She's like, you can really sing.
Yeah.
But it would be a neat endeavor to get some of these people who are I don't want to say like stuck in their box of their band.
Right.
Right.
But they are because they feel obligated to, which is fine. I
Right.
get that.
Well, and they have a set list already.
and they have a set list,
There's
and it's
nothing wrong
great, and
with
it
that.
works. It
There's
works.
nothing wrong
Right.
with that.
But to maybe get some people out of their box, I know there's going to be people that watch this or hear about it that are going to be like, hell yeah, I want to do that.
And I just have been so passionate about it because I loved teaching my kids. And for me, when I got into that last year, they said, okay, what's your legacy? And I said, really, it's not what you think. My legacy is that I always told my kids that if I was able to help you have a moment in which you could honestly stand there and say, oh my God, I did something amazing, then I've achieved my legacy. I've given you that moment for
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
I want to do that for adults now too.
Right.
I want to do that for adults. I want them to I want to be able to say, let's do this, because I want you to see, as you said, I want to see you get out of your box and show you what you're really capable of doing. And you don't just have to, I mean, like Kristen, you don't just have to get up there and sing the 80s songs like I do.
right.
She could do a whole bunch of stuff. I know she
Yes.
could. And I that's what I feel like still there's that part of me that feels like that I still have that to give. But
That's
now
awesome.
give it to these people that I get to see all the time and
Oh, I
say,
hear you.
okay, I want us to do this. I want us to do this. And I think we could have fun.
Yeah.
And, this one here is used to interpreting my set
Yeah.
visions.
Well, I think one of the things that kind of inspired her was a few years back, Disturbed came out with a song, and we all know Disturbed and the music that they sing and the voice he has. And she called me one morning and she's like, oh my God. She said, I know you know the name of this band, but she said, there's this song out and this guy is amazing. She says, his voice is just amazing. And I was like, okay, who is it? And she says, it's a band called Disturbed. And she said, and he did The Sound of Silence. And she was like, I didn't know he could sing. And I said, well, here's what he's famous for. And she's like, you're kidding me.
Right,
So I
exactly.
played several. And she was just like, holy crap, that guy can sing. And even himself, when you listen to him do his interview, he's just like, yeah, I didn't know if I still had it after I ripped my voice apart
Right.
in all those years.
Trying to do the
Right.
stuff that made him famous.
And this is some of the stuff that just really inspired her to, you know what, I think I can do this for some adults and get them out of their box and let them know they can do way more than they're capable of.
Yeah.
Be fun. We got a comment.
It's a
I
great
gotta put it
idea.
up here. Kristen is actually watching. Hi, Kristen. She says, "I love the tunes on Spotify." By the way, Dan.
Oh, well, thank you.
So
thank you, buddy.
when she made that comment, Dan sent. He's got an EP on Spotify called "Fritz in His Cowboy Outfit."
Oh,
Yeah.
I have to listen to that.
"Fresh Fish" is the title
It
of
was
it,
like a solo EP
and
of
it's
mine.
literally him actually singing.
You can sing.
You can sing.
I love it. Was actually a great compliment.
It was a great compliment. It was wonderful. And neat discovery. I'm so glad, Kristen, that you discovered that as well, because he is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's a motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's
So I
multifaceted.
would just love for a lot of people to be a part of it.
I know.
And that's the thing, is that depending on what the level of, if people really wanted to do it, it would also base on how many shows we did.
Sure.
So like if we had, because I know some people were saying, oh man, what are you going to do? Because you don't have that many. I mean, you may have way too many people that want to do it. Okay, so we'll have 2 casts.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll have one show one night, one show another night.
Yeah.
We'll have 2 casts. I'm famous for that, because I would always have kids that could do that. You know, I felt like both needed an opportunity, so I would just make double casts.
And obviously, if there was enough of the local community who decided to do it, there would probably be enough for 3 casts.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly,
And you know, I
depending on time schedule.
exactly,
But still.
and how much, you know, how much we would get, and where we would get it at.
Yeah.
So I would, I just.
So you're putting it out there. You're putting it out there.
I'm putting it out there because I really would like to do it.
It would be great. I think it would be a fantastic idea. And would it be Godspell or Jesus Christ Superstar or both? Or
Okay, here's the thing with Superstar.
What her end game plan is, without her saying it, is she would like to do all of the shows.
Gotcha.
Over time.
Yes.
Here's the thing with Superstar, and I want people to understand. I love Superstar. I love it a lot.
Can't-
So
I'm trying to get sign language from
Yeah.
Dan, and I have no idea what he's saying. Keep talking.
Okay, so anyway, the thing about Superstar is this: is that Superstar was intentionally
I got him.
written for rock and roll.
Okay,
So
yes.
would it be wonderful? Yes. But here's the thing you have to know about Superstar. Superstar is very hard.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that there are not people that
I've
can't-
sang the
that do
songs
it.
from it. It's
Exactly.
difficult. It's very
And when you especially-
7/4 time or some shit like that.
And Judas, the part of Judas has to be scream.
on fucking point.
Exactly. You
I
can't.
mean, Jesus has to be a singer.
it does.
Yes.
Jesus has to be a singer, but oh my God, Judas has to be able to wail.
Yes.
And this is not going to be something that you can just stick somebody in and just go, okay,
sing this
there
part.
you go.
La, la,
It's
la.
incredibly hard. And I'm not saying we don't have people that can do it.
Right.
I know we have, but I think people don't realize when they say, okay, we're going to do Jesus Christ Superstar,
Yeah.
what they're getting themselves into. And they have to mentally and physically be ready to do it.
Oh, certainly.
So the thing is that Rock of Ages would be an easy first one, and the reason why it would be an easy first one is everybody knows the songs. They're all the 80s stuff. So
Right.
so it would be an easy first one
Just to attempt
do.
this in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's like I said, it's just an easy one to do because everybody knows the songs,
Yeah.
and you would just have to adapt to what they have written.
Certainly.
But it would be an easy first one. Godspell is not as difficult as Superstar. Jesus is very vocally demanding for the most part, but really there's only one real song that he sings that's really vocally demanding. But he sings all the songs, but that's the one that's really vocally demanding. Godspell, the reason I'm biased about it is because it is my absolute favorite show, because I have all of these, so many visions in my head of what can be done with it and how it can be done. And I mean, and I'm for that one just because I love it so much. But if you go from a logical standpoint, and say, okay, we're really seriously going to do this and we want to see how it works, then you choose to do Rock of Ages first from the standpoint of it would be the easiest one to get off the ground.
To start with.
Right.
Yeah.
So that people go, okay, let's see what this is going to be like. Let's see how this is going to work. How are we going to be able to integrate not only what the singing, because there is dialogue. I mean, and I'm going to go...
That's the hardest part for me.
I'm going to go steal that thing back from where my office is. And so I think that would be the easiest one to do to start with, just because that is easy, because the songs are already automatically easy, and then you could help integrate the dialogue that's in between in there.
Right.
And I wanted to do that from the standpoint of I wanted to do it because you can't do it at high school. Some of the kids think you can, but you can't. Trust me, I've seen the dialogue.
Yeah, it's a little racy.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why I can look at a list of the rock and roll ones that are out there right now. But that's anyway. I know I can't believe I came on here to talk all about that, but that's what I do. I'm all about wanting to do that because I really feel that that's still something I'm being called to do.
I love it. And here's a platform
Now
for
it's
you to
out
announce
there.
that.
It's out there in the universe.
Absolutely. I'm going to go potty real quick.
So,
you guys take it from here.
Anyway,
You don't need a producer.
Tara, I can't exist without you.
I know. I'll be back.
We're the best couple on planet Earth.
okay, so does that mean that we're the best couple on Mars?
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
I don't know. I'm ready for the competition. So we got
We got to come up with what that's going to be.
we have to have that competition.
We could maybe do it online. Like maybe instead of trying to produce some kind of a big show, maybe we could do it sort of like the Ice Bucket Challenge, where we just say like Tara and I will do a video like here's why we're the best couple, and then we'll hashtag best couple on earth or something, and then we'll do something in a video and then post it, and then you
That's
and
not a
then
bad
you or
idea.
any other couple could be like, no, here's our hashtag best couple on earth. And then whatever it is you,
So throw out
because
the
we don't have
challenge
we don't have the time or the funds to probably put together an actual TV show. But
we could do several challenges like cooking dinner, changing oil, or mowing the lawn.
All that kind of stuff.
We could come up with a list of ones to do.
yeah, we said on Monday morning like one of the things might need to be to put together something from IKEA. Which that's actually Tara's strength. Yeah. You're the IKEA put together person.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, she gets a damn end table. She'll put that shit together like a motherfucker.
Nice.
I love it.
We were just saying maybe we could make it more like a hashtag video challenge, kind of like the Ice Bucket Challenge. To where we could say, hey, we challenge Brian and Lisa, and we do a video, and then they've got to respond with a video, hashtag
And we get
best
the
couple on
exact
earth.
same IKEA end table.
Or whatever, I don't know.
Or make dinner, or
do something different.
change the oil, or whatever.
And then you have to think of somebody else, and so then we
and then
challenge.
you challenge Julia.
I love it.
That's a great idea. I think we should
I
do that.
dig this.
Shit like that. It'd be fun.
Oh, Mike has a good comment. I am single, but I identify as a couple. So I will get my video ready. That's perfect, Mike. Hey, it's totally accepted.
If you want to play both parts, we'll let you get
That's
going.
right.
Yeah, he could do
he
two
might
different
actually
videos with
win.
like a
Wig
horrible
on.
wig on.
He
Yeah.
could win.
Hell yeah.
He could totally win. Hey, no
TikTok
judgment.
style.
No judgment.
Okay, look at what Jared said though, right above him.
I know.
I'm-
I'm here for hashtag suck it, Jared. Of course you are. Oh
and
my
he-
gosh.
And he means that literally.
Oh, I know.
We did get challenged this week by a couple who are friends of ours. It's two women, and they were like, one reason why we are better than you guys is because we have 4 boobs to play with instead of just 2.
Well, that's hard to argue that point.
It's like, right?
I mean, 4 boobs.
Oh
do-
yeah,
do
I was
win.
like, fair enough.
That's
fair
fair. You
enough.
win right there.
Yeah.
That wins
Yeah,
right
but
there.
do you include balls in that?
Yeah.
See?
I don't know.
That's a good point. See? From a different perspective.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Because truthfully, I might not physically have them, but I've got them mentally.
Oh, I got him too. I got him too. We are 2 bitches with 4 balls.
Exactly.
2 bitches with 4 balls.
That's exactly right.
That's our company. When we start our company.
2 bitches with 4 balls.
2 bitches,
Okay.
4 balls.
See,
LLC.
I think we do that, but I think you guys have to start fermentation station with us, and then we just go from there.
Fermentation.
Fermentation station. I love it.
And then we'll just have podcasts from there.
Right.
Yes.
Fermentation station. Have you not patented that yet? Take that and
No.
That's what we were going to call it.
you need to do that quickly. It's cheap. $50 and you've got that name. Fermentation Station LLC. Do
Okay,
it.
we may we could do that.
Seriously, do it.
LLC.
Yeah, we have a couple of those.
$50.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Okay, we can do that.
Super quick.
Buy the website right now.
I could do that. I've done it.
We could buy it. Make sure
I've got onlydanandtara.com
I know.
or something. We did that on the air when we were facing that way.
Yes, we did. But we haven't posted any videos yet.
No, we have not.
By the way, are those pictures new that are up there?
No, they've been there for a long
Those are
time.
there.
Really?
Elvis painted those.
I just now noticed those.
Elvis is amazing.
He was like 17, maybe?
Yeah, he was
he
younger.
16 or
He-
17?
He painted both those.
Gave them to us for Christmas.
Those look great.
Yeah,
Those are
they're
awesome.
Crazy good.
Okay, so we now have to do the challenge. We got to figure this out.
Yeah.
We got to figure this out. Yeah, so
We've got to do the first video and then we'll challenge somebody and then they got to respond. What do we got now?
Jared.
What?
I know I'm the minority here, but trust me, I know. But
Yes,
balls are greater than
but
boobs.
Speaking for Tara and I, it takes more hands to touch us.
That is correct.
True story.
Because it only takes one to touch Jared.
That's right. Takes about 4.
Yeah,
If you were talking both of us,
exactly.
be freaking. You need 6 hands.
Exactly.
Jeez.
Exactly.
What's Julia saying? She says fermentation station needs a research department.
Yes.
Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Yep.
Who does? Yeah. Mhm.
And you can bet that Julia and Steven are going to get hashtagged.
Oh
I
heck
can-
yeah! They're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be.
So
just
we're
be
gonna
on your-
throw a challenge
We're
to
gonna
them
throw
too.
some challenges.
I
We're
know.
gonna throw a
it.
challenge.
Would you mind getting me a beverage out of the cooler, please?
So
Yes,
you.
babe. I would love to.
Thanks.
Get
I
you a
love you
beverage.
so much. The best husband on the planet and Earth.
we're taking Mars. So we've
You're
said
taking
best
Mars.
couple in Mars. On Mars.
go.
So.
Best couple on Mars because we're weirdos.
Oh my
I like
goodness.
that. Oh my gosh, we've started so much here. We got the couple challenge and we've got the freaking
The God
Yes.
spell.
the Godspell thing going on.
Godspell Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages, Superstar is.
So what else?
Did you know? Just a side note. Did you know that I've sang the Superstar songs, but I was singing with Paul Tomlinson.
Yes.
he was my Jesus, and he was. When we first met him, we called him Cocky Jesus because he came off very
I can
cocky.
see that.
But he wasn't cocky. He was just confident.
Yes.
Yes.
But he was freaking amazing, and that's how we kind of. Dan met him years ago.
Reconnected
You've heard
with
the story, I'm sure, on medication, whatever. But how he met Paul years ago in college. But the Flex Your Buttocks, are you familiar?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But then we re-met him when I did these Superstar shows at a church, and we didn't do any acting. It was just singing the
Right.
songs, and they played some of the videos. But
It was cool.
Paul was my Jesus. Sean was there too. He sang Judas. He was actually Judas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Spires. He actually,
Spires. He's
when I was still
amazing.
a Machine Gun, we got him on stage one time.
Did
at
you really?
320s. Yeah.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
He
He's
came
so
out and
good.
sang "Sweet Child of Mine" with Machine Gun.
Jeez.
We made him put a wig on and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like Sean Spires had this.
How
big,
do I not know this?
Oh yeah, he had this big blonde wig on.
We are
and he
not
came
the
out
best
to
couple
tell
on
you,
the planet.
I
and
have
he
to
sang
tell you,
"Sweet Child of Mine" at
You
320s.
have to see Opera Rocks because he does dress up for that too.
Well,
Does
we
he?
heard
Does
all
he?
about it. Yeah. Well, Bono and his kid Owen are kind of besties
Oh, yeah.
right
Yeah,
now.
they're
so
besties.
they're kind of besties. So
Sean Spires a beast.
Sean
He
is
is.
awesome. I love him
He is.
so much.
He is. So yeah, no, it was amazing.
Did you literally just say what else a second ago?
Yeah. What else?
What else?
What else? Anything else? Brian, you got anything going on?
Just work.
Just
Yeah?
work.
Just work and heat. That's about
Oh
it.
my God, the
working.
heat. Yeah.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
that for sure.
The
Past,
heat.
past that, trying to get caught up on life till we can move forward. you know.
Right.
We had a series of breakdowns, like the truck broke down one day, and then the next day the dishwasher went out, and then the next day the garbage disposal broke down, and then something else broke down, and then the fucking coffee pot went out, and I was like, okay, God's trying to tell me something. The fucking coffee pot died.
pot died.
Yeah.
I've had it.
Yeah, so now we're back to just waiting for the dishwasher to show up and a part for the lawnmower, and then we should be
Back in business.
Yeah, you
right.
are
Business
you
again.
are kind of up to speed with my situation, but my van did good for about 5 weeks, and now the engine light's back on and it won't shift out of second gear.
Oh, did you put a scanner on it?
Yeah.
I did, and it's
Solenoid.
showing a solenoid, possibly a shifting solenoid, which I had that whole damn thing out, and I only
Now
replaced.
mechanic talk on.
What did I
Unsung
replace? I
Screamers.
replaced the
the
conductor
conductor plate.
the conductor
And
plate.
did a full transmission
and
flush.
flushed it and cleaned it all up, and then I put it all back together, and it took a couple little, juicing it up, and then it was all good. Now it's not shifting on a second, and I should have done the solenoids when
While
I
you were
had
there.
it.
And if you're
flip a
just now
coin,
tuning in, this
yeah.
is not a foreign language.
So good.
So I'm thinking the only thing I know to do is take all that back out again, put 6, I think there's 6 solenoids in
6?
there.
I think there's only 4.
No, there's like 5 gears and reverse, something like that, whatever it is.
That seems dumb.
No, there's like 2, 2, and 2.
Oh,
And I probably ought to put those in and see if that
that
works.
stinks.
That'll probably take care of it, or maybe just loose connection from installing it.
From the
maybe.
electrical thing?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
get new ones.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well with the mileage that's on it. Might as well just.
Yeah.
It's
throw 'em
only
on. I mean,
100 and some thousand for a 2005.
It's only
It's not bad.
100,000 for 2005.
Yeah, and that should be a 1,000,000-mile machine right there.
But
I
we
know, I
have we
know.
have 4 vehicles in our driveway right now, and 3 of them are down. The only one running is my 1990 Toyota.
Right.
That's got
And it will.
It'll keep running
That
too.
little son of a bitch is the best thing that we ever purchased, I think.
Yeah.
2007 Tundra,
Well,
what,
my
175?
175,000. But now I did do something. I put a new fuel pump assembly in there a year and a half ago, and 3 months ago I was coming to Springfield, and it just felt like it ran out of gas because it did. The sending unit, which was a year and a half old with less than 5,000 miles on it, just crapped out. So it ran out of fuel. The fuel pump was still working. I just haven't had time to mess with it. I actually had to pay somebody to do that, which killed me. It was $1,068 to fix the fucking fuel pump on that thing. And when you got all the tools in the garage to do it, you got everything you need.
All the
Just
know-how.
not the time.
Right, just not the time.
Oh,
But now it's running again, and it runs great. And so we're back in business with that one. We just got to fix the lawnmower and dishwasher.
And the coffee pot.
And the coffee pot.
Yeah, we're going to order a new one of those.
I was just going to say, just get a new one.
Was it a Ninja? I'm just curious.
No.
No, but our Ninja went down too.
Yeah, we got a
had a
Ninja.
Okay, there we go.
For like 8 months. I
Right
will
here
never
on
get
the
another
Ninja.
Ninja.
See,
Okay.
we were thinking about getting a
thing was-
Vitamix.
I think we're going to get a Vitamix.
This Ninja
because-
thing was so awesome, and it only lasted like 8 months.
Yeah,
Oh, it was whiz
the plastic
bang.
Ours
shit
was
started
last.
cracking and breaking on it.
Yeah.
And so it's just like,
I got a $10 pot. It's been running for 2 years.
yeah.
$10
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
now.
ours 3 months maybe.
I'm thumbs down on the Ninja.
I'm thumbs down on
No
the
more
Ninja.
Yeah,
Ninjas.
we're going to get, I think, try a Vitamix because we make shakes for the keto stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right,
okay.
right.
And so I think we're going to do something different there
Yeah,
this time
yeah.
as well.
Oh, cool. What we got?
Mike says, there you go, Tara and Messenger, best couple 2022. Okay, I got to see what we're talking about here. He's being a shit. Oh my God. Okay, hang on.
That's awesome.
I got this going on here. Right here. Boom. And here we go. Best couple 2022. Boom sauce. Look at that. There you go. That's right. Look at that.
Oh my God.
You guys
man.
even
That's a
look
good-looking
alike.
couple.
Man, that's a good looking couple
that's,
right
that's
there.
a couple that's been together for a while and
Right.
they now look together.
You know, some people say you look like your pets. Well, they look like each
Exactly.
other. They look like the spouse.
Exactly.
That's
Man, they're going to be a
fantastic.
challenge.
That's a
is
tough
right.
challenge
They
right
are
there.
going to be a tough challenge.
That is a tough one right there.
Kind of reminds me of Liberace and
What? Wait, what?
his lover.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
If you watch the biography, you know.
If you watched, you know.
If you know, you know.
I love it. How fun.
Oh my gosh.
I swear. We got all kinds of things started tonight. Oh, before we go out of here, I wanted to talk to you guys, but I also wanted you found your shit.
I think this
I'll
is
come
the
back
brand.
to this.
I'm not positive, but I think that's the brand right there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is the
Hold it up
spicy
to that
pickle
ring
thing,
phone
right?
over there.
Yeah, this
Down
is
a little.
the
Turn
spicy
it.
pickle.
Turn it. There you go. Right there. Spicy pickle.
I think that's the
Passion
brand.
pickles mixer.
Yep. And that
Delish.
Yeah, we
with
got to
your-
get some of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds awesome.
It makes amazing Bloody Marys.
Yeah. Now that is just. Did we find out if that's actually the gin or,
Or is it
just
alcohol?
Just a.
I don't know. My buddy that had it's
We'll
supposed to
find
send me a
out this
picture, but
weekend.
he's delivering a motorcycle right now. As soon as he's done, he's supposed to send me a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
But when I do, I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, because I would like
Because
to.
that with the gin and if
And
that's
some pickle
just a
shit.
if that's just a mixer
Some pickle
and then a
shit?
little bit of Worcestershire.
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 Exactly.
So is your phone charged enough to do what you want to wanted to do yet, you think?
If you want me to.
Well, that's what you wanted to do.
Well, I don't care.
You were trying to teach me sign language over here, and I was like, oh, I get it.
In
In the meantime, I wanted to talk real quick about our friend Chris, who is the bartender / manager over at WF Cody's. Yeah. She is still taking tickets for her painting that she's raffling off to raise money to get a new car, or at least a new engine or something for her car. And I wanted to put that picture up on the screen. It is a beautiful painting.
Ooh, wow, that's
It
nice.
is about 3 by 4.5. It's
That is
huge.
gorgeous.
It's almost as big as that right there. And within, if you look at this, all the trunks of the trees, she had written confessions and thoughts and things like this, and then painted over it and painted this painting. It's huge. It's beautiful. We've already bought tickets. It's $5 each. The drawing is moved to August 10th now because of permit reasons. They're going to have a big anniversary party over at WF Cody's. But I'm just saying, if anyone wants to purchase tickets, you guys can Venmo us or PayPal us or something like this, and we'll make sure Chris gets the money. We've done this before. We got a handful already done. $5 each ticket, and we will get you some tickets to win this freaking painting. And I really want it. I don't know why I'm advertising more, because I want it.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's an amazing painting. She is an amazing person. We will get you a couple tickets. I've got them in that rainbow bag over there. And so anybody else who's watching, and spread the word too, because she's just trying to raise money. She's taking care of her mother. She's actually supporting her mother, not just taking care of her. And her car went down, and she needs some help on stuff like that. And so they're having also the WF Cody's. I think it's 40 years. I want to say it's like 40 years, but they're having a big anniversary party on August 10th, and that's when she's going to actually draw for that particular painting. So I'm going to put it up one more time before we leave. That painting is amazing. Like I said, it is huge. It is huge. And if you're not here in the studio, but it is
Yeah.
at least my arm's length by 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
Oh, we got something going on. Hi.
Oh, there he is.
Can you hear us, babe?
How's it going?
Hi.
I'm going live from my front yard.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I want to show you this crazy shit.
Okay, that's Brian's. The front one is the Riker. It's the Sport Riker. And that's Brian's. So you can see that. And then the Cadillac.
That looks like that's what I would do
That's
right
the
there.
Spider is mine.
Oh, hell yeah. That's what I would do. I'm going to put us over in the corner so we can get a bigger screen here. Maybe. Come on.
This is some good stuff right here. Hey, look what
Yeah.
I found out on my front yard.
Oh, who's here? Who is that?
Oh, look!
Oh!
It's the pain in my butt.
It's the pain in her butt.
It's the pain in my butt.
I'm riding with my boyfriend Dan.
Hell yeah.
I love it. Wearing a backbeat shirt.
Yes, I do.
What the hell? Oh, shit. He brought
We
some
got some
shit, too.
sunshine out here.
Damn.
Now we definitely need to take the bikes for a ride.
No
before
Oh,
shit.
Isn't
yeah.
that good? That's good.
Hey,
That is good.
Jared
Yeah,
can
we
ride
have-
on the
we have
back
you
with
guys-
me
you guys
so I
ride
can be in
fast,
control.
Oh! Did you hear that? Hey, did you hear what she said?
No. What?
Say it again, Mama.
I said Jared can ride on the back with me because I can be in control.
She says Jared can ride on the back.
You would think in 2022 signal
we
would
can
be
do
better
this.
right here in the central
Yeah.
Springfield.
And I hear these.
Okay, I'm going in.
Going
Ready?
in.
He's going in.
We'll see
He's
you in a
got the
minute.
tape on his mouth. All right.
See you in a minute.
Bye. Those bikes are amazing. Oh my God. Julia says boozy peaches. Right
Boozy
on.
peaches.
He's bringing some shit. We got shot glasses right here
There you
too.
go.
So
You hear Google's AI and how great that voice recognition and everything is, and then you do that shit right there, and you go, "No, they're not.
no.
Not even
With-
close."
The signal's so choppy, even
Oh
though
my God.
there he is. Look, that's Jared. Everybody, look. Yay! I don't have any fancy sound effects.
Yeah, he doesn't have his whip with him. Which, by the way, we went and got boots. for me to ride, and they had whips there. I almost got one for you for Christmas.
That sounds delicious. He would still like that, I'm sure.
That's why I didn't do it, because
Yes.
he'd like it too much.
Little shotties.
There you go.
Look at him. He can't stand it. He can't stand it. He's got tape on his face. He can't stand it.
I swear he's getting a whip for Christmas.
He's
I
getting a
swear
whip for
he's getting a whip.
Christmas. Rare.
The problem is that I would have to hide,
you would have to hide.
because I think it would get used.
We have some boozy pizza. This is fucking moonshine, bro.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. dude.
Oh, shit. We got extra beds. Oh, my God.
Hey, he didn't get to see me Monday night, so he's making up for lost time.
Ah. He's got his tape on his face. What a sweetie.
Oh, motherfucker.
I know.
That's the shit right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
hail.
He is making up for the fact I wasn't there Monday night to tell him what to do.
Daniel, you having one?
I had some outside.
You had some outside.
Oh
Well,
my
here's another.
God.
Okay, you can take your tape off. No. He's not
He
doing
wants
it.
to get even with me in the worst
Oh!
way. He wants to get even with me in the worst way. It is going to be hell
right.
Monday night.
Well, we are going to cheers this.
Tuesday.
Fuck. Get yours, Daniel.
Okay, here we go.
Love all you
there we go.
knuckleheads.
Oh, you knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
Oh, jeez.
I love you guys.
Oh, hell.
Same.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
my God. That's awesome.
Wow, and it's almost gone.
Oh, it is.
But the peaches are
But
still
the
there.
peaches are still there.
Oh,
I
fucking.
wonder how those peaches be with like some cottage
No,
cheese.
wait. Right? No, wait.
That's a nice morning snack.
There you go.
No,
Heck
you
yeah.
have to put them in the refrigerator, and then you dip them in wine. We learned that in Italy
Oh, yeah. That's
for
right.
dessert.
Yeah.
In the other room. Yes.
You might as well take it off because
You can take it off.
Take it off. Take it off.
don't
Take
encourage him. He'll do that. Which, by the way, if you have not seen the Audio Roast podcast, I don't know if he
Wait, say that
edited
again.
in the Audio Roast podcast.
it. There we go.
Oh, your room.
Audio Room,
Audio
that
Room.
too. Oh, wait. I'm not even going to say that on the air. We've been watching a Netflix series, and we thought of you.
Ozark?
No.
Ozark.
No.
How to build a sex room.
Oh!
Hang on. I have my 2 cents. On how to build a sex room. Of course, Dan, they're talking about how to build a sex room on Netflix.
Make sure you have a strong foundation.
It's a
So,
series.
here's the thing. It is a series. We made it 10 minutes into the first episode and turned it off because of that bitch. Not the girl who does the sex rooms, the one girl.
Oh, no.
You have to get past that. You have to get
gotta
past
I can't.
that.
I was
Oh,
like,
no, you do.
Is this going to be?
Better. It gets better.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, because she was just
Oh,
terrible.
no. All I
Not
gotta
the girl
say,
who does it.
No.
Not the like the
all
main
I gotta
lady.
say is you got to get to about what the 5th group in, and
Thanks,
when
sir. Okay.
I say group,
Group. Nice.
I mean group.
all right.
Oh yeah, there's
All right.
there's lots of different lifestyles out there that I was
The
unaware of.
we couldn't stand the couple. The
Yeah.
couple was
No,
just
you
like.
got to get
"Bleh."
past them. You got to get past them.
Okay. All right.
Actually-
we'll give it another chance.
actually-
oh damn! We're just eating some damn peaches now.
You
Fuck
got
it.
to get past them.
Oh God. All right.
So,
Oh shit.
now he's going to get even with me Tuesday night. I guarantee he's
Well,
going
Rob?
to. He's
Jared?
already working on it.
That's local shit, isn't it?
Yep. I
Isn't
think.
that local moonshine or not? Don't know. What is it?
I got it local. Brown Dairy.
Take the damn thing off before I come over and rip it off your face.
Oh my God. I can hardly get these peaches down.
Yeah.
I thought that
No, I was only gonna say one thing. And there's a
Bullshit.
reason I came over here to say this.
Yeah, because he's getting even with me.
No. So next week, I haven't even talked to you guys about this yet.
Whore.
Did you just call him a whore?
No,
said, of
no,
course.
but I'm okay
but I
with that
thought
too.
about
Oh,
that.
okay.
My sister and the kids are coming down, and I'm gonna have the kids on as surprise guests.
Oh,
the kids
cool.
don't know yet, so that's what we're gonna be doing this
And
week.
they're not
means I
watching
have-
this, so they won't. They won't
right.
be.
Yeah.
That means I have to behave. No, you have to behave.
Yeah.
You always behave. You guys are so PG over there.
And
No, we're not.
You'll see the reason why.
Oh.
Because they watch the show every week.
I got you. That's
And there
fair.
are things. We're not saying them out loud, but there are things that are said offline that cannot.
Oh,
ever
believe
be
me,
repeated.
I've been on the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
I get it.
Some of it's even too racy for Patreon, and that's saying something.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
You have to have like a $20 tier.
I seem to
for
recall.
Patreon.
I
I have
seem,
a $200 tier.
$200 tier.
I seem to recall one evening when we decided we were going to test out the games, and it went well.
It went well, roll eyes. I was actually, when I watched the Jay Stevens episode, I was like waiting for the racy shit.
Did you not?
I was like waiting.
you-
I purposely didn't because I'm like, that's easy. That's low hanging fruit. There's
Right.
so many things that could have been asked and
Did
stuff.
you
and
edit
there
the
was
cer-
even one that I was like, I probably should have asked.
And he
that.
was even muted. He respected
No, he
it.
wasn't.
Oh,
no,
no.
he
I
wasn't.
edited
what
the
I saw.
shit out of that show.
He edited the crap out of it. Because
makes
at
sense
one point, literally, I mean, not surprising to any of us. Yeah, we were just like, okay.
Yeah.
Did you watch his interview with us? He told some shit on our show.
Did you do video on that one too, or
Yes,
no?
a long time ago.
Okay,
It
I was
the
gonna say
original.
yeah. I think I remember that. Yeah.
It was pretty deep.
Did he get naked for you?
I was just gonna
Like
say
naked,
we-
naked?
we've seen quite
like-
a bit of Jay Stevens. that
We
night.
saw more of Jay Stevens
Yeah.
than we wanted to see.
What, Dan?
He showed a baby picture when he was naked.
Yeah.
Showed
Yes.
a baby picture when he was naked.
No, not
He got
naked.
on your show?
Yeah, we
Oh,
were
yeah.
naked and afraid
Oh,
at
yeah.
our show. It was naked and afraid
Why
at
wasn't
our show.
I the other guest on that show?
Deb Klein was eating it.
That
I
would
mean,
be
she was.
so perfect.
Wait, where's
She
that?
was
where's
eating
that
it
tape?
up.
Shit,
She was
I
eating it
folded
up. She was eating it up.
She was tuning into
I
the radio
love
station, if you know what I'm
slips
saying.
like that. That was beautiful, beautiful. And Julia says Patreon content, uncensored episode. Look, he wants another peach.
Yes, sir.
He wants some more of your peaches.
Anybody?
want some
Millions of peaches.
Dan wants some more. Dan wants some of Jared's
Anybody else?
peaches.
Hey, by the
I'm
way,
good for a
while
minute.
you were offline, butthead,
By the way, I'm never offline.
I got to finally say all the things that I wanted to say about what I wanted to do that you won't let me.
I know. Why the heck I didn't say anything? I'm like, I ain't interrupting this.
Did you have something else to say?
No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, she's
No,
That was just a
but I'm
jab.
shut down. I'm shut down every time we even think about it over there.
Damn.
Because somebody
By
just
the way,
can't
I'm
stand
actually,
it.
I
now
really
that
don't-
You're getting
this is coming
paid
to
for
the
this.
light. I'm not the one that runs the sound, and you guys know that. So if my mic is louder, it's because I'm paid. I mean, not because I'm paid. Because Josh just does that.
Oh, really?
Because Josh hates
You have
me.
headphones if you want them, by the way.
Oh yeah. What else? Weirdest
else?
way I've hit on someone or been hit on.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That's why those cards exist.
Well, in my little world, it's pretty easy.
What was the question?
Weirdest,
Weirdest
you've been
way
hit on,
you've been hit on
or hit on someone else.
hit on someone else.
I can answer that in one word:
Go.
urinal.
That's why you have to watch the.
Shoving
That's why
down
you have
the
to watch
peaches.
the. I made a sex room one.
All right. Well, Dan, we got to get past that. You're off camera. You
Yeah,
need.
come over here. Come take your spot. I'll
Yeah,
get
you
over
do
here.
have to get past it.
We have another mic somewhere. All right.
Yeah, you have to get past it.
Okay, because that girl in the first episode
no, I
was
promise
annoying
you.
as fuck, and it was
I
like,
promise you got to get past
if
it.
this is the way the show's going to be, I can't watch it.
Yeah, you got to get past it.
you have to get past that.
But you're gonna get to the one that you'll know what I'm talking about
All
when
right.
you get to it. And
All
you're gonna
right.
be like, okay,
We'll do that.
I knew this existed, but
Speaking of sex room, Mike McWhorter, you've never looked better, Mr. and Mrs.
no,
McWhorter.
Right? You saw this, right? He
I
said,
just now did,
This
yeah.
is the best couple on the earth. He's what he said.
Hands down.
Check 1 2.
Where are you at?
Check 1 2.
Boo boo. Here?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
kind of peeking
Yep,
out.
there you go.
Am I in?
There
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'm here.
Now you talk about somebody being loud. No.
Yeah, no, I might be.
This is our auxiliary mic.
Well, and I'm in Dan's headphones, and I know everything. Sounds like this.
see, you knew you were gonna be in trouble when Jared came over here with me.
There we go. I turned it down. Is that better?
No, it's fine.
Is that better?
It's no, I'm.
You have
I'm
No, I
sensitive
was
ears.
peeking.
No, I was
Jared
totally
has
fine.
sensitive
But I'm
ears.
okay now.
Okay, you're shoving down the fucking
I am-
peaches. I'll
I-
take another goddamn peach.
Here, I don't want to
He's
hear that
shoving
more
down-
shit. I'm giving you doubles of peaches.
He's shoving what?
He's
You want another
shoving
one?
down the
Anyway,
peaches.
Hey, I made him. Hey,
I was standing there trying to figure out, okay, tequila, rum, whiskey.
is-
What the
Moonshine's
fuck do I
really
get?
good.
This is a
And then
good
I was
choice.
like, wait a minute, they're doing wine, so I need to get something
But
fruity.
you need to
and I went
tell
down the
every-
gay aisle, and this is what they had.
there you go. But you need to tell everybody.
the gay aisle.
Is there a gay aisle?
You need to
gay
tell
aisle?
everybody that I was
yeah,
nice
but you
to
straights don't know about it.
Yeah, it's all the flavored
It's next to the
vodkas.
urinal.
It's next to a urinal.
Hey, you need to tell everybody I was nice to you, though. I made you cheesecake.
You're always nice to me. Like I say that
Jeez,
online,
Pete.
how much I love you, but you just don't understand. Like
It's for real.
you guys are good people, man.
It's real.
They are good people.
Thank you
I'm
so
so glad
much.
they crashed us tonight with an introduction. So Mike Recorder said, "I'm on my way." Just kidding. But he did say, "My partner is Samantha Hagar." That's who his partner is
Okay.
in here. That's who
Samantha, huh?
who she.
Oh,
he-
that's his
Are we,
girlfriend.
Yeah,
that picture.
are we
right there,
challenging
see?
Jared and
Samantha
Anthony?
Hagar.
Samantha Hagar. That's.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
I think it's fantastic.
She can't drive 55.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Hey, are we challenging Anthony and Jared?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you gonna be the best?
So
cook
here's the
around?
thing. There's a reason I was quiet
Earth?
on that. We'd mop the fucking floor with it.
Damn, it's been thrown fucking down.
Oh my God! Throw down.
Yep, they're
I will
being
throw down
challenged.
some peaches.
This is a very diverse podcast. We don't discriminate.
It's
Hell
good.
no.
I know that's why Dan's on it. See what happens? I get in this room and I get a little roasty.
See what
It's good.
happens.
You know
Always the
what?
way.
I'm passive aggressive this way, and I'm just fucking aggressive this way.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason you crash our show, Jared, is because this is how you really want to be on your show.
Yes, I do always want to make fun of Dan on my show. You're right.
No, that's not what I mean.
I
You
will
want
say,
to be free to say things.
You see, and there's a reason why they won't let me have a microphone at his show.
I will say though that the roast was fucking amazing.
The roast. Oh, my God.
God, that was great.
Did you guys stick it out to the very end?
No, we
We
were
tried.
It
so
went
long.
a little too long. Well, it went a lot too long.
It was a lot too long.
but it was
Tom
totally
Member
worth it.
agrees.
Yeah.
Who was there was one person that went so long that was what whoever it was.
Do we really?
There were 3 people that
Yeah, do
went
we
too
really go
long.
there? Do we really go there?
We just won't mention names.
If you
but
know, you
no.
know.
Right,
And
if
we
you
were
were
like-
there on Dan's 50th birthday roast at the Riff,
There needs
yeah.
to be another roast for somebody else. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that was
Yeah.
way
It
too
was-
much fun.
I say
The
we just go
bomb.
down Glenstone, find the first person we see,
Okay,
You're right.
grab them
now
up, and
it's for
roast the
Jared,
shit.
and I want to be on it.
Let me guess, it's gonna be.
It was
Exactly.
fun, though. I mean, I've got to say, because I've never actually talked very much about it, but I mean, it was roasty as fuck. I mean,
Oh,
there was,
yeah.
there was some horrible things.
Oh my God, yeah.
Discussed
Terrible.
that night, but actually, I left that room feeling so good.
So good.
Just
Yeah.
felt so good that everybody could just not worry and have some fun and say whatever the hell they wanted to say, and that was the best birthday present I got for being.
And that's where we live.
I think the original roasters from TV, the Rat Pack,
Oh my gosh.
would have been proud of that roast.
Yeah.
I mean, they would have been proud of that.
That's
yeah.
awesome. Thanks for
So
saying
is this
that.
is this the proper time to say that next year is when I turn 40?
There
I was
you
just
go.
going to ask you,
Yeah.
Jared.
Your next
it's
birthday is
on.
40.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you.
It's on.
Oh boy, maybe
I was
we
just
gotta
going to
do
say,
it.
you have a big one coming up.
Yeah,
Maybe
Okay,
we gotta
and
do it.
that's
Roast-
I always have
list.
a big one coming up, but yes, my birthday is next year.
He always has a big one coming up in Wet Dreams.
Wait, what? Hang on. What?
Oh, wait, never mind.
That'd be good.
What's the actual date?
June 19th.
knew you were
Father's
Gemini.
Day last year or this year.
Oh,
so
right,
it'll be
right.
like
Okay.
the day after next year.
And I want to be a guest on that.
We
Okay,
should
but
do
I'll let
roast.
you be a guest, but I'm still not giving you a microphone. No.
Yes, you are.
She really doesn't need it.
I don't need it.
Right, no.
All right. So I wrote it real big.
Yeah.
Roast.
Let's,
We
let's,
need
Yeah, I think Jared roast in June next year.
so
That'd
my
be good.
birthday's on a Monday.
Which we'll do it that Saturday or the next
Yes,
Saturday.
we will.
Yeah.
One way or the other. We'll do it
Yes.
a weekend night.
Nope.
Or another.
I will have enough.
Na-na-na.
I will have enough by next year on all of these podcasts.
Oh, you have plenty right now. I have enough right now.
Did
I
you
could-
notice that you have Vaseline
here
on
we
your
go.
boob?
Do I? Oh, I do have Vaseline on my boot. Why are you
That's
looking?
my new
Is
favorite
that
shirt.
the better one?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is this is
Go
the
to
stuff.
camera 4
Yeah,
over
but
there.
why
Yeah,
are
why
you
is he
looking-
checking your
I
boobs
started
out?
to- why is he
Oh,
checking-
I've
no,
seen
no,
people
I actually
shots.
saw the Vaseline.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
That is the pickle juice stuff, right there.
Oh, now you look at your
Absolutely.
phone.
yeah.
I got
Well, I've been waiting for
He
this.
was trying to find the right one for this margarita. No, not margarita. Bloody Mary idea.
And now there's
There's
there
a
it
reason.
is.
Yeah, there's a reason I went to Brown Derby, but
There
I
you
hit
go.
Brian up first.
Hell yeah.
And
Loaded Bloody
We were
Mary.
busy.
All right.
Spicy pickle. Oh, no,
Talking
that's
about things that you won't let me talk about.
Yeah, like hashtag Broadway Justice for Lisa.
Exactly.
Coming up soon, maybe.
Oh my God, these fucking peaches are gonna kill
I know.
me.
Anybody else?
No, we got.
I'm just
I've had
sitting here
4.
eating.
They're still dulling out. I'm still taking them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Those are awesome, though. Oh my
We
God.
are not traveling tonight, right?
We are on a motorcycle.
We might be headed to just one more.
We were thinking about it. Go ahead.
One more.
Because they're having a party out there.
Okay,
Just one more.
by the way, and I rarely do this, but I am because they're my favorite group. Okay, August 11th is the opening of Route 66 Festival, and that night, Emerald City Band is playing. They are from Dallas, Texas.
Emerald City Band?
They're not from Kansas?
They're
No.
from
Fucking posers.
Dallas, Texas.
That's
they
silly.
are fucking phenomenal. Everybody needs to go. 8 o'clock. I will be there with bells on. So I swear to God, I will.
I want to see those bells.
I'll put them
Because
on.
I know you have balls, but you
I
said
do have
bells.
balls. Bigger than yours.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to be 40.
That means they're hanging down here, not up there.
So, what's now that I'm on this side of the camera, what do the comments say? I feel like we never go to the comments on this show.
We go to the comments all the
Broccoli,
time.
Go to the comments.
But here's the thing. A lot of times, broccoli, go to the comments.
Your mother went to
Broccoli,
college.
Broccoli,
Go to the comments.
Your mother went to college.
Mike McCorder says, 40, Jared, I thought you were older than me. There's not a
What
whole
the fuck
lot.
does that mean, Michael?
These motherfuckers are just listening to us. Julia says, there's one who said the first sentence of their speech 8 times. Yes.
Yep.
We won't mention names, but yes, she did. At the roast.
Yeah,
At
she had
Dan's
her
roast.
Her name sounds like
Jen.
the beginning part of her speech sounded like this.
I love the springs on these freaking
I know,
mic
right?
stands. It's
Yeah, I was
perfect.
like, ooh.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah,
You-
she had a rough night, but
Bless her heart.
we can edit that out.
I actually ran into her at the store the other day.
Did you?
She didn't recognize me. No, I'm kidding. She did.
Did she talk to you?
Yeah.
she's actually pretty
Did
awesome.
she talk to you? What, do you think she has a vendetta against me?
I don't know.
No.
We were starting with recognize you, so
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, well,
I mean, that's a fair transition.
okay, whatever.
So there's not a whole lot of comments because what happens in our show is like people actually like listen to us talk and stuff, and they like actually what we say, and they actually just having a good time being entertained.
Anyway, I'm going to interrupt you, Tara, because that's what we do on this show. If you happen to have a good idea, I'll just sit here and repeat it and then own it.
No,
That's right.
you just steal it and we'll do it over there on the audio podcast.
I fucking love this shit.
know, right?
I
Awesome.
love it.
If we weren't friends, we wouldn't sit here and take the shit.
No,
Get the
absolutely.
fuck out of my house is
Go
what it'd be
away.
like. Yeah.
Go away. And we've talked a few times about how your first interview with us went, and how it was like this weird, awkward pause type.
So
idea.
actually, I almost that next Sunday, because I actually recorded what you guys were saying, audio, and I was going to play that back and break that down bit by bit.
What we were saying, what? What are you talking about?
While you were talking about, okay, so then she goes to the bathroom and we're just sitting there. I wanted to be
Oh,
like,
right.
yes, and blah, 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 blah.
When we were talking about it on
Right.
Monday morning, or whenever
we
it
were
was,
talking about his interview and
Right.
how I went
Did
to
we
the
do that
bathroom
on a
at one
Thursday
time.
night show or?
Uh,
No, it was
I
a
think was
Thursday
Monday.
night show.
It was
Oh,
probably
okay.
Yeah, it was a Thursday night
Just
show.
recently, like last week or two. Right?
No, this is a month ago.
yeah.
A month ago. Okay. Okay.
No, it was either Jacob Ferguson or Amanda.
Oh yeah,
I bet
because
you- I bet
did
you it was Jacob.
I went
I
into
bet
a
you it
whole
was Jacob.
spiel
Probably
about
Jacob.
how
Yes,
it's cool
because
that
he
when
was
you
like,
get
"What?
to
You
know
guys hated
somebody-
each other?" Yeah, it was Jacob.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then you were going to edit it spiel by spiel.
No, I was gonna do it live on our Sunday live stream, and like play like, okay, so we get over here and it's
Oh,
like
and
really
then stop
tense.
and be like, here's
Pause.
what I think.
And here's my yes, and then you would have the ability. I would give that to you, and you would have the ability to go,
Right.
yeah, he's right, or no, that motherfucker doesn't remember shit.
It's actually funny.
right.
Super funny. But it was if you haven't watched it, it's episode 38.
Because my
on
ultimate.
the audio.
Can I be honest? You guys did amazing. I hated my, because I'm like, okay, I've heard like 30 other episodes, and they're going to start with, okay, what size diaper did you wear? And then when did you first hold a microphone? Right. No, I mean in your hands. And then, So I'm sitting here trying to do
Such
all
an
this.
asshole. I don't
Would
know.
you realize that when somebody on our show does the thing where he says, "Okay, let's make something out of Play-Doh," he's always going to do a penis and then tell you it was a microphone,
But you saw what I did.
Yeah, I did.
Made a fucking penis.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and it was better.
Yeah, I agree.
And bigger.
But those balls, no.
It had no balls, so
Yeah, no, I had no.
That's
I had
Jared.
no sense of linearness as far as my storytelling because I have severe ADD, and so like I would say something and it would trigger another thought. And I'm like, oh wait, in order for him to understand this, I've got to go back and say that. And then I was like, oh, this reminds me of another interview, and I didn't want to be like that. So yeah, it was like I thought you guys really did great as interviewers, but me, I was still new to getting interviewed.
yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right,
So,
right,
yeah.
right.
Most people are.
But they're a great series. Though all of them are great series.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed every one I've ever listened to.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you. We
very
have a good
much.
time. And that's what we want to say to people. Some people are so like they have stage fright. I've been told I have stage fright. We have a guest coming up who's like, I'm going to have 3 glasses of wine before I even start talking. And I'm like, well, we've got the wine ready, you know?
Right.
I doubt they do.
But
honestly,
exactly.
because
they can
you
have,
guys make everybody feel so comfortable.
And that's-
absolutely.
I think all
Absolutely. That's
three
the
of
whole
us
point.
are so conscious of somebody new coming into this
Yeah.
because somebody new, like you're in theater and
We're
stuff,
so used
but
to it.
somebody that sees like all these cameras, all these lights,
Oh,
and
it
they're like,
freaks them
oh,
out. Yeah.
fuck, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean I got to stay on the microphone? You know,
And
that
the
kind of
number
thing.
one
Yeah.
thing that people say when we first started this in August of 2018, the number one thing that people say is, I'm just not that interesting. And then as they leave and we sit on the porch for another 30 minutes or to an hour, is like, oh my God,
You know who told us that? Kristen Dennar.
Kristen Dennar.
She said, I'm not interested.
100%. Well, she's one of them.
And I'm not awesome. And I don't know why you guys even asked me
Right.
to be on the show.
Right.
And now she's,
now she's the
Kristen
shit.
Dennar.
Now she's the shit.
yeah, no shit.
Wait a
Right?
minute. So are you taking credit for her being the shit?
Well, I'm not taking
just a
no,
little
no,
credit.
no, no, no.
Not all
I'm
the credit.
I don't mean to
This
mean
is
to sound
this
like we're
is-
taking
I made
credit,
you who
but-
you were, so.
This
Absolutely.
But
podcast.
she did get a couple of hours to just kind of talk about stuff and
feel better
it
about
made
herself
her
when she
realize
left.
That, like her stories
didn't
are
let
not
me
The biggest-
important. Go ahead.
You didn't let me finish.
Tara Uninterrupted Part 47.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm always interrupted on this fucking show. So the thing is when people hit the porch out here after the interview, early on, like this live show is kind of chaotic and crazy. It's a little bit different right now. But early on, when we first started doing this, there were so many people that sat on that porch, and we actually talked for another fucking hour and a half with these people. And they're like, "Oh my God, that was so cathartic." But they entered the room. I'm not interesting, and I don't. But they left the room feeling like, "Oh my God, that was so cool!" And blah, blah, blah,
Well,
blah, blah,
and
blah.
some of them actually said, I guess I have done some cool
yes,
stuff in life.
exactly.
Which is
Yeah.
weird.
Exactly.
Because
For
we
me-
don't live life talking about ourselves
Right.
until somebody asks.
Right. For me, on my episode, I thought the guts of what we were going to do, which is why I originally was like, oh, I'm too busy. I'm like, they're going to throw me under the fucking bus like nobody's business. That's actually one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Right.
But you actually cared about me as a human and
Yes.
wanted to get my story. And then when you started getting it, you're like, you know what? I
pretty-
missed out on all this. This
Yes.
is interesting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And vice versa.
100%.
Yeah.
The episode of ours, I can't say it enough. We have
It's
Joshua.
Pie Boy Joshua.
Look at this guy.
Joshua is here.
Get a load of this
Joshua,
guy.
would you like a peach?
You have to have it. 'cause
Well,
all
that's
the
an
rest of us
interesting
are.
question. That's an interesting question for
Would you
Joshua.
like- Okay, hang on. You ready for this?
All right, ready for it.
I'm kind of scared to say this on air.
What?
Would you like a single or a double?
Rear.
Single seems to be the way it's
Oh,
going.
there you go. There you go. Yeah! I fucking love you, dude.
I love it.
I'm glad you picked up what I put down, too.
I just wanted to add, there's a
putting
comment
that
real
down,
quick
Vincent?
before we get into Joshua. Mike Recorder said, I quit playing live out because I could never get past the stage fright. Oh, that's so sad. Like, you know what? Oh my gosh.
Here's an idea. Don't play on a stage.
No.
Mike McCord's the original
He's the original punk rocker of Springfield, Missouri. I have so many thoughts on that, and I would love to talk to you privately, Mike, about that. Because
She'll get you out of your shell.
I
And
have
am
so
firsthand.
many thoughts on that.
Trust me. I mean, I was playing music when Dan was doing the Machine Gun Symphony thing, and I was doing my own thing. Long story short, shit happened and I lost literally every ounce of confidence I ever, where's the camera? Lost every ounce of confidence I ever had. And Tara helped me not only vocally, like, okay, you need to do this, but this is also the reason you're here. Like, don't be afraid to be who you are, and don't be afraid to go into that Axel thing every now and then if that's what you do, you know? Yeah.
You
Same,
be you.
Same. Yeah.
Thank you, Jared.
Yeah.
And it's my lessons have always been more than just singing. It's always about finding who you are and expressing your best self on your stage. You know, I don't care if you sing originals or covers. Even if you do cover band stuff, do you. Be you
Right.
when you do those cover songs.
Right.
And still express yourself the same way. Musicals are probably the same way.
Yeah.
You've done the same musical 20 times and you're going to get this group of kids and you're not going to be like, no, you have to do it like Andrea
Right.
McCardle did in
Right.
Annie.
No.
Like,
Or don't
you're-
do the movie version.
Right.
Do the you version.
You're going to be like, oh, this Bethany or whatever her name is
Right.
sings this part differently than anybody I've ever heard before. So let's let her do it.
Right, and
Right?
and the trick is too is that I will oftentimes tell them, you need to think this through. What would you do?
Yes.
I want to see what you do. I don't
That's
want to see what
brilliant as a
anybody else to
director.
do. And I would say to him, and he will tell you that 9 times out of 10, I don't. There are directors out there that will direct when they will say, okay, I want you to turn this way, and I want you to say this way, and I want you to do it this way. And I never do that. I always question. I always say, okay, what do you think? Well, find a reason.
Yeah.
What is your reason for doing that? Because then they can take ownership
Yes.
and ground themselves into what the
Yeah.
Not only
performance
that,
is.
but that ownership also gives them the confidence to be
To do
themselves.
it.
And high school kids are different
Yes.
because I know what it was like to be. I was Lucy and You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and I kind of grasped that
Right.
halfway through the production, and I kind of grasped the fact that Lucy's a bitch.
Yeah.
but I wasn't a bitch.
Right.
And I had fun playing a bitch.
Right.
And when I could actually be like a bitch, I
Right.
was like, my third performance was the best because I was like, I'm a fucking bitch.
Right.
You
Right.
know, but your director
Right.
plays a hand in that.
And my favorite, I would always tell kids would always say, what was my favorite part of the show? Always, for every show. I will tell you honestly, and I was never in the same place twice when the start of the show would come. I would never tell the kids where I was. And I would also be in this, but my favorite part, still to this day, was the very beginning of the show and the audience's first reaction, because you had to look at the kids.
Yeah.
And when you looked at the kids and their reaction to what was going on, you see them completely transform. And that, to me, is still the most cathartic
Nice.
event
Oh, I love it.
ever, is to watch when they
Yeah.
finally realize they like me.
Yep.
And
They really like me.
It's
yeah,
such a
Sally
good
Field,
feeling.
the Sally Field moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
they really like me.
Oh, my
So
gosh,
that's-
yeah.
What you're saying too, when I did theater, I worked with other people that like would only learn the lines for their own parts.
Right.
They wouldn't step back and look
Right.
at the big picture and go, okay, yes, I can play the bitch, but wait a minute, my character is the town bitch, so I really need to amp this up. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
And,
without
and
overselling it.
right, they don't step back enough to see the big picture of.
But people
the
didn't
story.
know, and that would be what I would tell my kids too, is that you would say, well, I have my part. Why do I have to be here? Because when you're gone, you're missed.
Yes.
Because you're not part of it.
It's like the bass player.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wish we missed them all night.
When the bass
Yeah.
player's gone,
Or
we
the-
miss him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or her.
You don't realize how much you miss the bass player until he's
Not there.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So here's another key thought: is supporting roles matter.
Yes, they do.
Supporting roles matter more than people think.
And supporting roles, I always loved the supporting roles because you could get away with anything. And I do tell this story because when I was in college, we did Carousel, and I was the music director, but I had a really, really good friend of mine, nicest guy you would ever meet, never had a bad thing to say. He was always so polite and friendly and everything, and you would never imagine that he would ever, ever do anything that would be untoward. And
all of it.
one day I was walking across stage, and I hear this guy who is just screaming obscenities at me and saying the nastiest things ever. And I was like, I am going to turn around and kill whoever this is.
Thank you.
It was my friend. And I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I can't do this any other way. It's the only time I get to be this bad.
I love it.
And it was great. And I love the supporting parts because
Right.
the supporting
5-second rule.
parts.
What's that?
5-second rule.
Yeah.
5-second rule.
And so
I got you.
the supporting parts are the most fun because you just get to do anything.
That's
You
right.
get to be part of anything. And then
right.
and the leads usually are pretty straightforward. You gotta,
yeah.
you gotta stick
Yeah.
with what they've got. But anyway, I
Yeah.
love the supporting
I
part.
love watching whenever I see a production, whether I don't care if it's high school or if it's like little theater or even a big production. I love watching the supporting actors.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, okay, there's this lead stuff going on over here. I got you. There's lead, and we have to pay attention that, especially a musical or a show that I'm familiar with.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I got it. I'm watching the supporting roles and
Oh, yeah.
what they're doing, and sometimes they're fluffing hair. Or
Oh,
they're-
yeah. They're doing
touching-
something.
Yeah, and I love that because sometimes it's just dull and boring. But when they're actually like, if it's like, for instance, if it's Oklahoma or something,
Yeah.
and somebody's like fixing somebody's hair or something
Oh, yeah.
like that, it is really, really fucking cool to watch.
Right.
And when you see that, you're like, oh, that's a good director right,
Right.
there.
That's
Because-
what brings you in and gives you more lore too,
Yeah,
because you're
right.
not like if you're watching something actually in Oklahoma, you're not going to see people just standing there in the
No,
background. You're
no.
going to see,
Wait, wait.
and our brains are used to that and filtering
Right.
that
I
as we
actually-
desire.
I actually told one of my kids one time that he played the beggar in Fiddler on the Roof, and I said, "Okay, here's your goal. This is your motivation, but here's your goal. I don't care how you do it. I want you at some point to get something off every member of this cast
Right?
during the show,
Yeah.
and you have to go through and do all that."
Oh my God, these mics sound like they're shitting. I want to go to the comments real quick.
I just wanted to say something.
Okay, go ahead, Dan. Go
Mike
ahead.
McWhorter made a cool comment.
Yeah.
He said his old band is going to do a gig one last time, and I am going to make myself do it.
Yeah.
And we'll be there.
Yes,
We
Mike.
will be
He
there,
said-
Mike.
We will be there.
He said,
We will be there.
he said, coming on both podcasts was a big step for me.
Yes.
I'll be there, but only if Miss McWhorter over here in the picture
Exactly.
is present as well.
This
Yeah, what was her
this
name?
Beauty. Well, it's
Samantha Hagar.
Samantha Hagar.
That's right.
That's right. Samantha Hagar. Yes, Mike, we will do that. We will all be there. Please, please let us know.
So yeah, I do take credit for Kristen Denard being confident now. I'm joking. Come on, quit stepping on my balls.
Your big balls.
My scrotum's hanging low.
I got not only a shot, but I got a peach in here. So I'm going to, like, if I try to drink this, I'll choke.
Millions of peaches. Oh, stop. Filter.
Thank you. Because you saw that.
That was a softball right there. That was a softball.
Softball.
I gave that to you boys.
And you would know about those, wouldn't you?
I think they're pretty
I
hard
would.
with Jared.
Hi, Mom.
She's not watching.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody watches our crass shit.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we have some common viewers, but just saying. Oh God! Silent, awkward pause. How about an awkward pause? What else? I don't have a big. I don't have a big
All right,
silver
read
ball, big shiny ball.
The cutest way I asked someone to prom.
Oh, my God.
A formal, etc. Josh, we'll start with you.
I didn't go to prom.
Oh, I didn't either.
Yes, we did.
We went to my prom as a teacher, but we didn't. I did not. go
We
to prom.
went to prom together, but it was when she was a teacher.
However,
so 20 years
I have
ago.
a prom story that I was already in college. And so the people in my prom, little bitty tiny St. James, Missouri. Okay, so this was the same. Yes.
Wine country.
Okay.
No wonder.
Exactly. So that was the year that we had the hostages in Iran.
Oh yeah.
boo-boo.
83, 84, somewhere around there.
And
82.
so apparently our redneck class of 84 decided
Fucking
that they were
84.
good.
Fucking 84.
Exactly.
That class is fucking fucked
So
up.
anyway, that apparently our redneck seniors, which I didn't have to do because I was here, decided to pick a fight with all the Iranian students at Missouri S&T. I missed all
gosh.
that.
Oh boy.
So, yeah,
Happy prom, everybody.
Boy.
yeah. No, but Brian and I did prom when I was
A teacher.
teacher.
So that
Did
was
you
the
ask her
question.
there in a cute way?
No. I said, you got to come help me do prom.
She said, "Can you help come do prom?" And then I had to have she wouldn't dance back then, and so I had to have all the students drag her out. We can't dance because we're teachers. I said, fuck, there's teachers out there dancing. So I had a bunch of our students go drag her ass out there, and we danced at prom.
Good.
That was
Good.
the same prom, though, that we had one of the older teachers had to go out and tell this girl that if she couldn't keep her dress up over her boobs, that she had to get off the dance floor.
And then we had the 18-year-old that brought the.
Oh, yeah, the 18-year-old, seriously, that
brought
brought
this
a
37-year-old.
37-year-old
With a
is
flask
his
in-
day.
Nice.
And he
nice.
pulled out a flask.
So I'm old enough to.
I'm old enough to do this, and we said you were at a high school prom, dude.
You know he had big balls.
Yeah, right.
No, she had a hold of his big balls. Let me tell you.
jeez. Wow. Dan, did you go to prom?
Yeah, I went to prom.
You did.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
else?
I don't think.
Fucking talk, bro.
I can't think of a.
And
You don't have a witty story about this?
No witty story about
No,
prom.
I, you know,
I went to prom and I asked
I've got
Bono from U2, and no, that's what I expected. Wrote a fan letter.
I will say the only story I have related to prom is that I waited till the last minute to get a limo because you're supposed to do the limo thing. I'm a St. Louis kid. It was the limo thing. And so I was like 4 days away from prom, and I'm talking yellow pages. I'm in the yellow page. A lot of people don't know what those are.
The big book where you look
Yeah,
up numbers.
exactly.
I'm calling.
Viewership.
I would say our demo is.
I'm
We
calling-
all
Demo.
know.
We
Yeah,
got this.
come on. This isn't Twitch.
So I'm calling every place in town to try to figure out a limo because I put it off to the last minute, and the only thing I could find available was a Rolls Royce. And I was like,
Get it on.
I have to do this, and it was like an old school, like
The best.
60s, like
Nice.
an old one, 50s or 60s.
The fucking thing on the
Rolls
hood.
Royce, and it was of course 3 times more money than a limo was, but I fucked up and waited till the last minute. But then it was kind of like, cool, I got a Rolls Royce.
You did. Wait,
And
you
I had
did.
the big grill in the front.
You
and
did
the
something
RR.
last minute. That's so weird.
I waited till the last minute, and I was like, fuck, I'm going to get fucked here. I'm going to have to pick her up in my Mazda pickup truck. And then I found a place that was like, we have a Rolls Royce, but it's really expensive. And I was like,
and you fucking paid it, or did your dad pay it?
I don't know who paid it.
I bet your dad paid it.
No,
If you paid for it, you would remember that shit.
I think I paid for it.
So in my high school, which is a very, very tiny high school in Hartville, Missouri, there were no limos. It was just go take your car or your truck through the
Pickup
car
truck.
wash.
4-wheel drive.
Just
at least
car
clean
wash.
it. At least
Just
clean
car
it.
Wash
At least
your-
take the hay bales out of the back.
I went to 3 proms in a pickup truck.
3?
3.
Yeah.
3 different proms in a pickup truck.
I went to 3 proms as well.
Absolutely.
And they were as awkward as you could imagine a gay guy going to a small town with a girl prom. Yeah.
You brought a girl? Was it a girl?
You brought a girl?
Yep.
Yeah.
I figured that.
If I was braver, I would have not.
Wasn't brave at that point.
Well, and there was only one other option.
Look what we got here. We got some more. We got some more Mike McWhorter eye candy going on. Look at this shit. Look at that. Prom. 1988. 1988.
That's 88 right there.
Look at that
That's
shit.
why he's the original Springfield punk
Look at
rocker.
that shit.
Is that Samantha Hagar on the upper right?
Right. Look at that shit.
No,
Surrounded.
it'd be the one in the red, I guess. Sorry.
Surrounded by bitches. One in the
Is
red.
that Mr.
Nice.
McLovin there in
Surrounded
the
by
middle?
bitches.
It is McLovin. There you go. That's
Surrounded
that's his new name.
by 1988 bitches. Look at that.
Mike, you're skinnier now than you were then.
Oh, hell.
Looking
to
good,
the
brother.
Yeah. Yeah, Mike, congratulations on your taking
That's
care
good
of
prom
yourself.
pick right there.
I love that. I love the 88 shit. I
have a
Mike,
pic-
did you go by yourself, or is this like a group of just friends, or
Are
what
these
is
all
like?
the
What's the
single
story?
kids? All the single ladies? All the single ladies? All the single ladies? All the single ladies?
It's gonna happen. Tara and I have already talked
We've
about
already
it.
I've got a
talked
picture of my
about
Rolls
Halloween.
Royce somewhere, but I wouldn't be able to grab it right now.
I would love it. Let's talk prom next. I don't know, next.
It was
what?
kind of bitching. I was sort of happy.
So good, Mike. Thanks for sharing that son of a bitch right there. I
Now
got
accepting other prom
I
pictures,
got
Julia.
more, I
we're
got more
looking
messages.
at you.
I'm gonna look. Julia sent a picture. Oh, we got something from Julia. Look at this shit right
Oh, boy.
here. Here we go. Some Julia prom. There's some Julia
There
prom
you
action.
go.
Very nice.
Look at that shit.
Is that Steven? I don't see Steven.
I don't see Steven. Oh, we're gonna have a divorce? No.
Someone call Bushmill.
Oh, he does all kinds of law, huh? Apparently.
Apparently, he's taking anything he can
Look
get
at
at
that
this
shit.
Okay.
Julia, what
Oh, how
year?
about the
Julia.
dude with the white
Julia and
gloves?
Steven cannot do the challenge where you wear kilt because Steven's already got that locked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is probably like 95,
Yeah,
96.
white glove guy with putting on the Ritz.
Look at white glove guy right there. Look, I'm gonna put my cursor right here. Look at that. Look at those white gloves right there. I think I had this same dress.
$1 million.
Super duper.
Oh my God!
Also 1988. Super awesome. I wish I had my
I
pictures
have no
ready.
idea how much I love that song.
I was a senior in 1988, and I wish I had mine because I can't. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to go.
White spats and lots of colors.
Oh my God! I'm having flashbacks.
I know.
Of the
Isn't it
scaries.
fucking? No. Oh, okay. Let's get off.
Oh
of
yeah,
here.
let's just show everybody all that you chat about.
Dude, I don't even know what that is, but take it down now.
Oh boy.
Private
Screenshot
shit.
the fuck. Screenshot.
Private shit. Because me and Julia talk about some really heated
Ooh,
shit.
screenshot.
That's right.
Hashtag Facebook justice for Julie.
Okay, I am jealous. I want to talk about those things.
Oh my God. Are we still thinking of going to Republic?
I don't know.
I've got a lot of peaches in me.
Peaches are free.
Peaches. Peaches are free. I got to get you your tickets, so don't let me forget.
Okay.
Did we sell some more painting
Well,
tickets?
they bought
Yes,
two.
we did.
Heck yeah.
I want to reiterate that.
It's such
Awesome.
a cool.
That is.
Best story involving strippers. Listen to episode 38.
Right? Exactly. Yes, sir.
If you know, you know.
See what I put on Jared's birthday
Mom.
cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just talking about this is Chris's painting. So you've heard about this?
They've
I did. I was
extended.
listening to this on the way. I think
They've
it's actually
extended-
very freaking cool.
It's
They've
amazing.
extended
It's-
the rally.
It's almost
I mean,
as big
the-
as that. It's almost as big as that picture.
It's not a rally. What is it?
Raffle,
Raffle.
August 10th. And in the trunks of every tree are confessions and thoughts and deep
Deep thoughts.
expressions from Chris herself.
And it was originally going to be July 10th or something, but they've extended it. It's August 10th? Yeah, yeah. So you still got time to buy some tickets to help her out.
We have a
with her
few.
personal situation. We have some to sell still here.
$5
and,
each.
yep,
Just Venmo us or whatever, and we'll make sure Chris gets the money. I promise.
she's a cool chick. Anyway, what do we got?
I've got one more of these little what else cards.
One more. We're going to end it on this.
Okay.
Let's end it on this.
And Tara, we're going to start with you since you never get to talk first and
Thank
you
you.
always get interrupted.
Thank you.
What's the most ridiculous story from just learning how to drive?
Oh, Jesus God. Okay. So just
And
learning.
Dan, how about you? No. I'm kidding. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good. That was good.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just learning how to drive. So this doesn't mean when I was 16.
Right.
All right. So my family had a 1969 Datsun station wagon that they bought. My parents bought brand new in 1969. It was a beautiful little baby blue piece of shit. Okay. So anyway, so we took this car into the field. We lived on acreage. Farm. Fuck a farm.
Hashtag fuck a farm.
Hashtag fuck a farm.
There you go.
God bless the farms now in 2022,
fuck
though.
a farm.
It was a stick shift.
Okay.
And it was what you would call a wobbly stick shift because it did not fucking go into gear very well. But anyway, I learned.
There's a joke there too, so.
Right? Totally. So my first memorable times of learning how to drive was in this Datsun station wagon. It had to be 1983. This was a 1969 car.
Those are tanks, by the way.
And it was little, but it was a metal car.
Yeah.
And it was tiny, but it was metal. And anyway, so we're in the field. We're in the field driving on cow patties and all kinds of shit like this. And anyway, I just was worried about shifting and I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. And what was funny is there was a goddamn cow right in front of me. And I was like, but I have to and I put both feet on the brake pedal. And I stopped this car and I was like, all right, I need to do this more. And it was my brother that was coaching me.
Okay.
And he was not able to drive yet either.
So you almost hit a cow.
The blind leading the blind right into a fucking cow.
He was
God
maybe-
damn it, Cuddles!
Right? Damn
Exactly.
Cuddles. But we did this multiple times, both of us, because this was one way to learn how to actually drive without being on the streets. So if that was a car, I didn't hit the cow. I did not hit the cow.
No ground beef.
No ground beef. But that was the funniest thing about learning. That was the first time I ever drove that car. And I didn't hit the cow. And we just went on, and both of us got our license, and we aced our tests. And I failed parallel parking, but I still aced my test.
Nice. Dan?
Me too.
My older brother is the culprit for trying to teach me how to drive, but we didn't necessarily. We lived in St. Louis. We didn't have pastures.
This is the exact opposite of your story.
Yeah,
Exact
no.
opposite, polar.
Anytime we would go out,
It smells like a cow pasture.
I was driving on real streets, like at 14 and a half, 15, and I was scared
how
to
are you-
motherfucking death.
How else are you going to learn, right?
Because I would tell him the whole time he was passenger. I was like, man, I don't look 16. I don't look single. So there was this whole joke. Like every time we would, like a cop would pass us or pull up next to us, I would just be like, he would tell me, look 16. I was like, I don't know how to look 16. Like, ooh. I would try to sit up a little taller and all this stuff. But he had this little fucking piece of shit car, and I can't remember what model or what, but it was like a little one, a little bitty, like a, I don't think Geo even existed back then.
No,
but
it did
was
not.
It
some
didn't.
bullshit, little thing, and it had this issue, which Brian would relate to this, but the gear shifter connected to the transmission with like a boop, like it had a.
Yep. You had to actually slip it into gear.
It was a slipping. It was a thing, and that fucking thing would pop out all the time because this car was a piece of shit. And so wasn't worrying about it at the time, but I came to an intersection, and I'm like 15, and I was on a hill.
A hill.
And
Oh,
there's a
shit.
car 2 feet behind me.
Yeah.
And it took me a couple of years to figure out how to do the clutchy thing where you wouldn't roll back and
Yes.
smack them in their face. So I'm on this thing. I'm like 14 or 15 years old. I'm scared to death. My brother's like, just fucking relax. Like and we're only like a half a mile from home. And I'm like, this guy is getting right on my butt. And I don't know if I can get the clutch thing right because, I ain't got this figured out yet. So soon as the light turns green, I hit it. And that little thing doink, pops out of the. So now
You're in nowhere land.
I'm free falling. I am
just in
completely
neutral.
free falling. I can't. So I've got to he's like, put the brakes on. He gets out of the car, walks around to the other side, crawls up under the car.
Oh,
He's
no.
He's not that old
He's
either.
like 17, 19.
Something like that. He crawls up under the car and he's got to pop that little plastic fucking shit back in.
God,
The car's behind us, and I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So he gets back in. He's like, okay, go. And I was like, okay, I'm trying. And I almost hit the guy, and then I take off.
Oh, my
it was fucking awful.
Oh my god.
Just the two of us. I
Yeah.
mean, we was kids.
Right.
Kids.
Right. Ugh.
Brian, what about you?
So my story was with the stick shift also, Chevy Love. My first job when I was 13, I just used to hang out there all the time. Anyway, the guy said, well, Danny Garrison, he's a mentor of mine. He said, take the truck around back and wash it. I was like, okay. So I jump in the truck and I go in there and start the truck up and everything and let the clutch out and dies. Go back inside and said, hey, it's dying. He says, push clutch in. So I go push clutch in, start up, let it back out again, dies. He said, rev the engine up a little bit. Yeah, that's how I learned how to drive it. He just told me what to do, and he would never come out and show me what to do. And I drove it around the back, and before the end of the month, I was like 13 and a half. I was driving from one end of Fresno to the other to get parts and everything else. Back then, the cops would just say, go home.
Right?
Right.
Nowadays,
They pop your ass.
shit, probably a year in jail or some shit.
Don't you think everybody should learn to drive a stick shift?
Yes.
Everybody.
100%.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes.
For real.
If you can't drive a stick, you
Manual transmissions, cursive. There's so many things that I'm
Yes,
like, okay, now I
cursive.
don't want to sound like a boomer here, but goddamn.
Right.
Yeah.
You sound like
But
a
you're
boomer.
not wrong.
Right.
You're not wrong.
No, it's
You are
true.
not wrong at all.
So
Balance a
true.
checkbook.
It's so
right.
different driving
A
a stick.
checkbook.
And it's funny how
Okay, a bank
normal.
account.
It's
Yeah,
funny how normal
exactly.
it was back then.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother's 16th birthday car, it was stick shift. The one my dad gave me was stick shift. It wasn't even like
They're super hard to find
I'm
now.
getting a stick shift. It
No,
was
no,
like
no.
I'm getting a
It's
fucking
like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
I
got
was
a car.
pumped for it. I'm actually gonna have something to do.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I drove a damn hay truck when I was 13.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
These motherfuckers are bucking this hay in this heat, and I'm the huge fucking hay truck. I'm 13. I'm like, okay, well, let's just, okay, go
Yeah,
slower.
man.
All
Yeah.
right, I don't know how to go at all, but
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
13
Yep.
fucking years
Yep.
old.
How about you, Lisa?
it was actually not me. Thinking of stick shift. So my best friend and I, she was dating the basketball player. So we had to go to Houston, Missouri. And so she did not know how to drive.
Big city of Wright
a
County.
stick. Yeah. So anyway, she didn't know how to drive stick. I actually had to. Okay. I had to because I got my driver's license. 2 days later, my parents, I had a 73 Pontiac Bonneville. Catalina boat. Okay. This is when I take my driver's test in.
Nice.
Okay. And I failed miserably. In fact, I aced the rest of the driving test, and the guy just said, "Look, you're going to pass this test in flying colors. We're not even going to do the parallel parking."
Parallel
Right.
parking. No,
It's a pity class.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
that car.
So anyway, I had to. My parents 2 days later got a Toyota stick shift, so I had to learn how to do it. So I had broken my foot, my clutch foot.
Oh.
And so my best bud, I'm not gonna say her name, but anyway, my best bud, she wanted to go see him, and she said, "I don't know how to drive a stick, and I have to drive his truck down there, and you're gonna have to tell me how to drive it." So I'm trying to tell her how to do this. She is killing it. Everywhere we go, we get on a hill in Rolla, Missouri, and she keeps rolling it back and slamming on. Okay, finally, after we hear this, take off.
There's no feeling in the world, by the way, like a friend that's just learning how to drive stick shift, and you're doing this at every light.
You actually peel the tires.
So we take off and we're headed towards little bitty Houston, Missouri, and we get halfway down there. I have tennis shoes on over my broken ankle. His heater was broke. We didn't know the heater was broke. And when I say this, the bottoms of our tennis shoe soles were melting.
What?
Seriously, they were melting. And so by the time we got to Houston, Missouri with this boyfriend's truck, the shoes are melted.
Oh my God.
I can't even walk because I have a broken ankle. And we get in there. The car is like just steaming. And so we get in there, and her boyfriend looks at it and he goes, "What the hell did you do to my car?" So we're trying to talk to him about it. He had to go and beg the coach. He got on his knees and begged the coach, "Please don't make me ride the bus back home. Please let me drive the car back home because they will kill my car." And that was my best story.
Burning that transmission out.
God. And that was the story we remember all the time. And we remember we had no shoes left because the bottom of them were melted.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Crazy. I got two quick ones. So my, let's see what order I want to do. Okay, so my dad was the driver's ed teacher in Ava.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
We're talking he was a teacher there for 17 years.
My dad was the driver's ed teacher in Plato. Okay, so go
Right.
ahead.
So, but being the kid, but being the teacher's son, like,
Yeah.
you better fucking pass this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll make the rounds if you fail it, right? So, while I was before I was able to drive, my dad teaching driver's ed was like, man, it'd be so cool to be able to take his class. So I actually took my driver's ed class with my dad when I already had my permit. And so one of the things that he was doing was taking groups of 3 kids and himself in the car. It was a Ford Taurus, and he'd say, "Okay, turn left at the stop sign.
Yeah.
Okay, now go down here and make sure that you do this and turn right here," and that kind of thing. So long story short, I was over at my friend Johnny's house the night before, and I had left something over there. And I was like, "Hey, can we just swing back by over here?" You know, normally he's giving people all these crazy directions. And we did block scheduling, so we had like an hour and a half or whatever to be able to do this. And so as we're going to my friend Johnny's house, all of a sudden there's like this something in the road or whatever. And so I slow down. It was a stick or whatever. And I get ready to go again, and the car won't go. And this is like the school had just went from like this old 1980s suburban Bronco huge thing to this new Ford Taurus. And my dad looks at me like, "What's wrong with the car?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It won't go." And like I'm like, hitting on the accelerator and it won't go. And my dad's like, "What did you do to the car?" And I'm like, "Dad, I don't know. What's going on? I have no idea." And the kids in the back are all like, because it's on the teacher's kid. And I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck I just did. I just stopped. my dad has the brake pressed on the other side, and he's like just ripping the fuck out of me. The kid right behind me can see what my dad is doing, and he's just dying laughing.
on purpose.
Yes, and so the whole thing. Now,
So good.
yeah. So again, that was when I had my permit. Now, fast forward a couple months to when I go to take my driver's test, and we all know, as a local reference, I'll use Jody Cottengim, tall as fuck, right?
Yeah.
I took my driving test in a Ford Escort, and this ties into your new car with the little beep beep.
My little
Yep, because it had that. And so as soon as I pull up to the courthouse or the DMV or the whatever the hell you do, this fucking lurch walks out, and I'm like, fail me now, goddamn, fail me now.
Not even gonna fit in your car.
Dude, and he literally, the first things out of his mouth, well, this is a bit tight. I'm like, well, I'm fucked. So, and I'm serious. I'm talking like literally as tall as Jody in this little clown car. And like he's got his clipboard on his knees like this. and so he's doing all the, okay, now go down here and turn red. And I'm like, oh, this reminds me of Dad. And but I had worked on all this. I worked on the parallel parking at home. I worked on all this because, again, being the teacher's kid, like I've got to ace this shit. Yeah. And I've got to outdo my dad because I heard that my dad had missed a couple on his driving test. So I'm like, if I could not only pass but one up, then we're fucking we're groovy. Right. So long story short, the one of the final things was we went up a hill, and he's like, okay, now there was no parallel park in the thing, and I'm like, man, I wasted all that time practicing. But it was like the whole, okay, now aim your wheels, and I aimed them, the right way or whatever, and he goes, okay, is that it? And I was like, oh, is he trying to give me a hint that I fuck it up?
Right.
And I'm like,
right.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll go this way, and he goes,
no!
And I was like, fuck, I had it right! So I passed and I missed one, and it was the one that he fucked with me on.
Oh, God.
Now here's the full circle story. So last year for Christmas, my mom has a cedar chest, and she was digging some old childhood shit out, and she thought she had held on to my driving test that Lurch dude had done. Right. It was my dad's driving test, and he did not pass the first time. So I did beat him.
Drop mic, motherfucker. That is the droppest mic moment ever. Awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll bring that Sunday.
Such a great story. Joshua, you got a story about
I don't. I mean, I'm serious.
Don't
I
have
got
a
my
story.
learner's permit at 14 in Arkansas. You get it, and I was driving since the time I was 14,
right?
Basically,
and then fuck it. We're just good.
Nothing. I mean, I just learned.
No special story.
Well, we had to drive. No.
Tell them about how you have to drive your car now. How do you get started?
Well, okay. Well, I'm a cheapskate. And
It's
I
visual.
won't buy a new key for
Okay.
A new key fob.
It's broke.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
broken.
because those are like
gotcha.
$300.
They're ridiculous.
Maybe I'm just reasonable. Maybe
What?
cheapskates.
You're
And
absolutely
so
reasonable.
I've got
They're stupid expensive.
Here, I'll hold while you
I'm trying to find my key. So I have-
You need to attach it to a screwdriver or something.
Wait.
This is the key.
That's the key.
That's the key.
Hang on.
Super glue.
Yeah.
Show that to the camera.
Yeah, to the silver camera.
Don't make no copies of this key.
Down. There
There you go.
Look at
That's
that.
literally what it puts in the ignition,
All
folks.
right,
A
okay.
fucking toothpick.
I have to put this thing on there and turn it.
What? I got a spare vice grips you can borrow. Be classy.
That's
that
what
way.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll just carry the vice grip on me.
No, we'll put it on a chain around your neck. We'll make a statement.
Good heck yeah.
Yeah. But no,
It's Missouri.
I had to swim out of my car one time.
Did you?
I
Swim?
did.
You say swim?
Swim out of my car.
That's what St. Louis did
You
last
drove
week.
right into it.
said
I slid into the James River.
You slid into the James River.
You know where Pecker's Beach is?
Yes.
You know what, like on the bottom side of Blackman Road?
Yes.
Well, it had rained for several days, and the silt had come across.
The silt.
The silt.
Listen to your words. That's awesome.
Is that not the
That's
correct
what
word?
it's
It's a
called.
great
silt.
word. It's a
And
great
I
word.
came around this corner, and I hit this mud, and I just slid right off the road into the James River. And can I? Okay.
No, it's
Yeah.
cut now.
All right, so I slid right in there. Fortunately, a tree hit my powered window, so it busted out. So I had to swim out. It was filling up.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, I had literally had to swim
know
out.
this?
Yeah,
You had to
and
swim out your
so-
window?
Yeah, had to swim out my window.
narcissist?
I know. Pro tip: if you ever drive your vehicle into a river,
Yes.
the cops are going to ask you multiple times, "Are you sure no one else was in there?"
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Right.
Are you sure no one else was in there? Yep.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yep.
Okay, so we are at 2.5 hours.
count the time.
We are at
Oh,
2.5
we're
hours.
good. Yeah.
This has been a fucking party. The peaches are kicking in. The fucking
Someone
peaches.
didn't
We
get
ate all the
invite.
peaches, didn't we?
I didn't either.
We invited ourselves.
They
Oh,
invited
really?
themselves.
Did you not have a guest tonight?
No.
Yeah, we invited ourselves.
Okay.
We got like 7 lined up for the next 7
Got
weeks,
crashed,
but
so we're good.
we had nothing for tonight.
think
And
we
he
know
was
how that
like,
goes, don't
"Hey,"
we?
I was like, "Yes, boom."
Now that I've got this on, let's officially throw this down. Okay? All right.
Okay,
Wing off.
Wing off.
When do you want to do this?
we
I'm
need
down
to do
for
a
a
wing off.
When do you want to do this? And
Just
tell
the-
the,
just
I'll
the
let
two
you
of
tell
you.
the, since this is your show, you tell the
Just
people
the
what,
two
what
of
the
you.
fuck we're even talking about.
I made some badass wings.
Yeah, whomever.
Oh, you did
We
too.
had. We had.
You throw it to the people, and then we'll go from there.
Right? Oh,
Yeah. Well,
Josh, you
just a
were-
little background story. We actually started to try and do like some cooking ideas.
Pronouns,
Jared and
pal.
I.
There you go.
Huh?
Pronouns. Tell the people what we
Are you
is.
they now?
No,
Shut
no,
the fuck
fuck
up. Shut
that.
the fuck
Well,
up.
when you say, hang on, you're on the Unsung screeners, so when you say we, people might think you and Tara. That's what I
well,
meant.
you threw it to me, so I said we.
Okay,
But
yeah,
okay,
sorry.
thanks for the correction. Jared and I, like, God, what was that, 1.5 years ago now? We actually filmed a couple segments of like trying to maybe do some cooking ideas. It's such long ago, and we had these ideas and whatever else. And so one night I did some chicken wings that I do, and he did this amazing pasta
tortellini, which was awesome.
that we actually had in the freezer and ate on it for 3 weeks after
Oh, it's
that.
delicious.
But we never released it because we had some issues. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. So anyway, the wings that I made, he shit on the entire time we were doing it. He shit on everything I put in it, the way I did everything. He shit on it all. And then at the very end,
It's just the oil. That shit was rancid.
No, it wasn't rancid.
It was just used.
It wasn't rancid. It was
wasn't
seasoned.
rancid. It was
it's
seasoned.
called seasoned.
You can't put massage oil in something like that.
Oh, I just want to jump in real
Baby
quick.
oil.
Robert Crook says they are listening on their way to Red Rock.
Have fun, Robert. Hey, and Robert, congratulations on your media pass for Red Rocks too, because that's freaking amazing to be able to get pictures
What
there,
a
man.
great show.
Speaking of Robert Crook, they will be on our show on what day?
They will be on the show August 25th.
Be with you.
Yeah.
Be with you.
Be with you.
Anyway, he says he still didn't like them, but when he tasted them, he was like, they're actually better than I thought. So anyway, we've had this whole riff about like he kind of hates my wings, but he kind of liked them. So now he's throwing down a wing off where maybe Josh is getting involved because apparently you make some badass wings. Jared probably wants to jump in.
I'll jump
Look
in.
at him, not me.
I think we should
Him,
start our
not
own
me.
little Wingapalooza, our micro Wingapalooza
right
right
there.
here. We'll have to figure out how we're going to pull this
We'll
off.
figure this out.
I'm already there.
Okay. I figured you would be. So
right.
I'm involved. I'm agreeing, is what I'm saying.
So we're going to have a
Because
personal.
if we're gonna get
wing
1,
off.
2, 3, 4, maybe
least 4,
another
maybe
time
5.
or
Yeah,
two,
he's the
we
cook.
might
We
ought to
know
get
a
some
couple other
contestants.
people.
Not just me and you.
Yeah.
Get a bunch. Yeah.
I'm on it.
If you don't
Okay,
take
all
that
right.
damn thing off, I'm gonna rip it off.
Yes, just enough of that.
If you're
Enough
on
of
it,
that.
then I will. I agree to participate.
We
I'm
will
in.
agree to participate.
Sounds good.
I think it's going to have to happen before the end of summer. Otherwise, we're all the kind of people that we get busy and we'll just be like, we'll get there.
Well, that's
No,
what
no,
happened
we've
to our
got
cooking show.
That's actually what happened.
I canceled on him like 4 weeks in a row, and he's like,
like,
And I was like,
you
you
know
know
what?
what?
We
It's
ought
not
to just
gonna
not do
happen.
this.
We'll
gonna
just
do
start
it.
doing that on my own show.
I was like, the whole thing. He's like, yeah, I don't want to do it with you.
No, you suck. Bye.
I was like, I'm sorry, man. I'm busy. I'm tired.
So
So anyway,
I'll say this much: the door's still open.
yes. No, we'll do,
right.
No,
So
I'm
here's
just
the
saying.
thing.
I got it.
We need to call it something. What's
We'll
it gonna
figure
be
it out.
called?
We'll figure it out.
All right, we'll come up with a cool name.
Audio
Dickapalooza.
wing nuts.
The screamer.
The audio
Screamer
wing nuts.
roast. Screamer roast
Screamer-
audio meditation.
Audio medication.
The wings that are
fucking-
roasted so much you'll fucking scream.
There you go. Perfect. Done deal. This has been a
Audibly.
great show. I think it's.
Tara's ready for bed, y'all.
No. I think we're going to Republic. I feel like we're still going to Republic. So anyway,
Well, I feel a wing off in the works. We got the greatest couple that's ever been on planet
Yes.
Earth in the works.
That's challenges.
We got
on-
Godspell in the works.
Godspell's in the works.
We've launched some good
We've
stuff
launched
tonight.
some
so
shit
let's
tonight.
really seriously continue with them and get shit going.
Absolutely.
We've got to do a video just like the Ice Bucket Challenge, and we'll just challenge other couples and go from there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be a blast.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Yes.
don't have the time to put a TV show together.
No, no,
We don't either, apparently.
we don't have that kind of
Or
time.
the money.
We don't have enough cables.
That's how, yeah, exactly.
But we could do it as a challenge, an Ice Bucket Challenge type of thing.
Absolutely a challenge. So we're putting it out there right now. So
All right.
yeah.
All right.
But we're gonna say goodnight.
Wrap
now.
it up. Now, baby.
Now, baby. Go
Wrap
see
it
some live
up.
music. Go enjoy your people. Go enjoy anything.
We gotta go out on a song though, right?
What?
Turn around. He promotes a show on a show whenever he can. It's Jared Spam.
All right, guys. We love you so much. Bye.